the other channels. We're now live. Welcome back. Sorry we've been gone for a couple weeks, but we needed a break. Kai is going to introduce himself first. Why do I sound angry?
I don't know.
Good question.
Are you gonna throw up my picture?
I mean, if that vein, sure.
Of course I am.
I wish you had art that had the color changing wings and such.
It's my hair that changes color.
Oh, that's
and
right.
I do. But
your wings are hairless?
yes, they're bat wings.
That's a valid point.
They're very leathery. Bat person with lots of guns.
Apologize.
My one rule is shoot them all.
Apologize for gender shaming them.
I'm very sorry.
And Ski killed the stream. Next is Jack.
What? How did I kill? What?
You were the last one to talk. It was obviously your fault. Now introduce Jack.
Jack is the brains in the operation. He's like Hannibal on the A team. He's both the sweet talker and the smart guy. Which he comes up with all the plans.
So when did he become the smart guy? Did you put points in arrogance?
He loves it when a plan comes together.
Kai is pretty sure he's the smart guy, but then again, Kai that's only because Jack tells Kai to shoot things.
Well, with Kenny missing currently, I've decided that Kai is in charge of all Matrix activity.
All right.
Please, Lord help us.
Andrew,
Well,
who is Andrew?
We don't have a Decker.
Oh, that's just mean. We have somebody that acts like an extra sprite now. That's 2 sessions we've referred to Andriger as a sprite.
I'm the renewable sprite. Andriger is the sorceress, rigger, basically the Jacqueline of all trades. She supports everyone else in pretty much whatever they do because she's okay at a lot of things, but not the best at anything.
And also, Andriger comes as a package deal with Major.
That's true. Kusaragi is absolutely essential.
And we have Clutch, who's sort of here.
Clutch is a man with the van. He's really doesn't do the plans as much, but he likes to blow stuff up and shoot things with drones and drive around, stuff like that.
And he's on autopilot right now.
Exactly.
And we have Kenny, who will probably be joining us a little bit later on. He is a Oni technomancer. And this mission may or may not have his name written all over it. Okay, so Mollis is not in game, but vocally here. All right. For our viewers, we've been gone for 3 weeks, we've been gone for 2 weeks. So we've all forgotten how to play the game, so this should be particularly exciting. Have the players started their viewing so that we have the numbers?
If only there's a compendium. Have you mentioned the compendium?
It shows starting soon on the stream.
Yeah, I haven't changed it to the map yet. There.
Oh, okay.
The map is there. Thank you for the reminder.
But you were showing our icons and stuff.
I was. That's because I didn't realize. Shut up.
Now plug the compendium.
So Roll20 has and Catalyst Game Labs have released the first of hopefully many products on Roll20, the Quick Start Rules Compendium. We are hoping to see the Battle Royale adventure that comes with it soon, TM. The compendium, I can show you some of it. It has fun things like these tool cards that come in the beginner box set and introduce NPCs to you. Let me open a generic NPC. We'll copy this guy here. Copy. I can't copy. Why can't I copy?
See if this kicks me.
If it doesn't, I will. Did you
Have you tried turning it off?
did you do a link? It probably will kick you.
Yeah, I did. Like,
Yeah, paste the link to me in the text chat, and I'll paste it.
Didn't kick me.
No, it just it filtered. It's just 3 stars.
Oh, I see it on my screen.
Stream Elements lets you think you succeeded. That's funny. So here's a character, and we have fun things like we'll go to the gear window. So in the tool cards, go back to the tool cards, we have one piece of gear, the white noise generator. You can drag that and drop it on the character sheet, and all of a sudden, hey, there's a white noise generator right there. There's not a lot to it because it's just white noise generator. And
Well, I remember doing that on games on my Commodore 64.
shut up. You can add, let's see, where's one of the guns here? There's a couple Ares guns, because the Ares Predator is like a pretty significant part of Shadowrun, right? And you drop that, and all of a sudden, hey, look, there's an Ares Predator there that this character can now use. See? You go over here and you click that, and you just shot it with hardly any skill. This character doesn't have much skill.
So I can now do the same things in Shadowrun that I do in D&D. Is that what you're saying?
With the limited quick start rules, yes. There are 55 tool cards, and 7 of those are NPCs, and 2 of them are drones. That's another fun part. I don't think it's going to work because I already have them in my lobby, but like we have an NPC called a Ragers. They're a type of Go-Ganger. You click and drop. Yeah, see, that didn't work because that's the tool card. You have to go to the NPCs, and you say, NPCs. We want a Rager's Orc. You click and drag, and look, it creates a character sheet. Takes a minute. Roll 20. Thank you. And now we have a Rager's Orc, complete with token. Really teeny tiny token because my map scale is off a little bit.
And
And
everyone should know that orcs are better than ogs.
ogles, they're better than ogles, yes. And a similar is true for if you go to vehicles, which there are 2. No, there's more than 2 vehicles. There are several. There's 3 vehicles, 2 drones. So you want a Ford Americar? Hey, here's a Ford Americar. Unfortunately, it would appear that there's no actual artwork yet for these tokens. I think that's something that's in process. Hopefully they'll get that out to everybody soon. But you have a token that looks like this. It says Ford Americar and it has the fancy circuit background from the PDFs and print books. And if you want to steal links, you drag the steel links out and you get a character sheet for the steel links. And just for ski, it even comes with a ram attack.
Trademark.
TM. So yeah, that's a quick rundown of some of the basic features of the quick start rules. This is not a sponsored stream. This is just I may or may not have had a little bit to do with things, along with several other people who did a lot of hard work. And yeah, it's finally out there. Hopefully we'll get more books out. All right, now to the game. Now that you've derailed me, did we buy enough time? Is Baron back? No. So, what have you been doing since the last run when you were out of town, harassing those poor people up in wherever it was, in the Nan?
Andrew has been becoming a better sprite with a better deck and more program.
Did you say with more programs?
Yeah, she got the rocket program from Hack and Slash.
Oh yeah, the one I don't know the rules. The one I don't know the rules for that you're going to have to lie to me and tell me how to use.
It means
Or
hypothetically
how to
being-
abuse.
Do you know?
And
specifically say.
has anybody else done anything interesting?
I bought a new car.
A new car? Fantastic. What is it?
Ford Dasher Interceptor.
What type of vehicle is that?
It's a very nice patrol car.
Oh, fancy. You have artwork for it?
No, I don't
Do you have
think
a
it has.
character sheet for it?
I can make a character sheet for it.
If it
I'm
becomes
just
necessary.
I'm just adding it to my vehicles right now.
I actually have one I can import. Give me a little while.
I was hoping to get that cerebral booster upgrade, but that was like that rarity 5, and you said it might cost me extra. So that's where we're at on that.
All right. So, has anybody else done anything interesting? I think well, Clutch told us he got a new vehicle. Kai, Jack, have you done anything new and exciting?
I think that was Kai that said he got a new vehicle.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I thought it was
Kai
Mollis.
got a new vehicle.
Yeah, no, I was the one that I was gonna upgrade my Cerebro booster, but we didn't know how much extra it was gonna cost.
Yeah, I thought we figured that out, though, right?
No, you just told me it was gonna cost extra, but you didn't tell me how much.
I do not remember that discussion. Was
Uh,
is it
Does
an
it cost-
availability thing?
Yeah, it's availability 5, and you said that's gonna probably cost you extra. So
Oh, probably not a whole lot because 5's not too high, and you've got context.
Gotcha.
So probably add like let's say 15% to it.
all right, sounds good.
And mind you, you're upgrading that, not getting a new thing, right?
Right, yeah. So I got 63,000 to upgrade it twice. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say if you're upgrading, it's the 15% is only to the upgrade amount, not the total.
Got it. Thanks.
Saves you a couple thousand, or I don't know, a couple credits.
Probably.
Or Nuyen rather. Credits. I'm playing the wrong game. That was last night. Okay, and Jack, did you do anything? Or are you still saving to summon Uber spirits or something?
What was the last mission? The last mission was 12, right?
Yeah, 12 was when we went out of town to the Native American nations to hijack a load of the mana poles that had been hijacked by the Blue Mountain Boys, Blood Mountain Boys. Yeah, mana batteries.
And we've still got one of those cases.
I feel like Jack initiated at some point. I don't remember if it was before or after that last mission.
Okay,
It
that's good.
Yeah, it was after. So he initiated. I don't know what he did. He picked though. He doesn't talk to me about that stuff.
He's only your character.
Yeah, but have you met Jack?
Yes.
Yeah, he doesn't talk. Wait a minute.
All confidence and no brains.
Lots of talk, very little content. But yeah,
That's
Jack
true.
initiated it, and I'll figure out what it was before it comes up.
Or when it comes up.
I'm thinking
I
channeling. Channeling would be cool.
I don't remember what that is.
That's when you summon a spirit and then you let it inhabit your body, so you have its powers.
Oh yeah, that's only been abused a bunch of times too.
Do you get their allergies too?
You do in my world because I need any way to mess with you if you abuse
I don't
that
think
stuff.
that's in the rules.
But probably not.
That's okay. The spirit character sheet doesn't have weaknesses listed, so that's a problem. Weaknesses are just negative powers. So you've been going about your business. It's probably been a week or so since you came back. You've still been lying low because that last mission was you were trying to get out of town to lie low a little bit. You receive a message that a Johnson that offered you a job previously and you turned down would like to meet with you in a private chat room at the Denver Public Library. I.e., it's a Matrix meet at the Denver Public Library's Matrix node. And so in this message, he expresses how important it is for this meeting to sound mundane.
I don't know the meaning of the word.
I do mundane this really well.
You do.
So who will be attending this Matrix meeting with the Johnson is one Hank Tom.
Was this the skeezy guy? Which mission was it that he
It was recently. It was I want to say 11. It was one where you had 3 options.
And we could only get to 2 of them in time, right?
No, it was the Library of
Who wrote the book?
Yeah, who wrote the book? It wasn't the Library of Congress. It was the Library of Alexandria.
we went with Cat on that option.
Correct.
This guy, I remember this guy. He was sleazy. He was slimy.
Was that this guy or the other guy?
I have to check my notes.
Yeah, you might want to do that because that might matter how you deal with this.
Because like with a name like Hank Tom, how can he not be kind of sleazy?
I mean, it's a pseudonym. It's
Yeah, I got-
extremely pseudo-y
No.
and nimmy.
Can I make a memory check to see if I thought he was a sleazy guy?
Yeah, and I'll scroll up to that job and tell you if you're right.
I feel like he was sleazy.
I know one of them was. And Hank
much
Tom
all
just.
No, he was the refugee, Mission 9. Mission 9, you had Louis Bellerin, you had Kat, and you had Hank Tom.
Yeah, he was the guy that wanted us to kill the guy.
Yes.
He wanted us to flat out murder.
Yeah, with your 3 hits, you remember he was the one that wanted you to do wet work.
Oh no, it's in my notes. He wanted us to kill an awakened individual.
And you guys chose not to go that route.
Yeah, and Louis Blah Blah just wanted us to find him.
And recover him.
Yeah, retrieve him and transport unconscious.
And you chose to retrieve him and transport conscious.
Yep. No, that was Kat's offer. She's like, get this guy out of here.
Well, he wants us to do wet work, so he's definitely sleazy.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, it's where the money's at.
I mean, yeah, we would never do such a thing.
I
We'd never
mean,
kill somebody
we
the
did-
day we join
so-
the party.
What?
Okay, Clutch.
We know you're all about the money.
if they pay enough.
And what color did Kai's hair just turn?
Kai's hair is definitely blue because this is just a business transaction.
So who is going to be attending this Matrix meet? None of us have AR vertigo or anything like that, right?
No.
No. I'll go.
He wanted it to be mundane, but I mean, Jack is still our best face.
His meaning of mundane was to seem like a normal business meeting, not a shadow job.
Yeah.
Not mundane in the sense of not awakened.
Yeah,
Well,
so
he's
Jack will
still
definitely go
awakened.
to it, but none of my magic stuff will work, so I'm gonna be rolling at a disadvantage.
Good.
Well, that means I won't be rolling 12 plus my influence. I'll just be rolling 8 plus my influence.
All right. So you go to the meet, and Mr. Johnson is there, and after some chit chat, it's supposed to sound like mundane conversation. He comes up with something to the effect of, I think an investor would give you at least 30,000 new yen, with half paid up front for production. If you were able to have your line bring down those snobs at Nexus Designs, I think the key would be to use a spin on one of their own tire designs in order to get our line to go viral. I have a whole business plan worked up that I could send to you if you're willing to take this on as your project for this week. What do you think?
So this is anti-branding?
It's more trying to get ahead of them by using their own tricks against them.
Yeah, you lost me. I see this as a business meeting, and I'm just a little behind. Explain what you want us to do again, and maybe I'll get it this time.
I think he wants us to engage in false flag terrorism in order to promote their
But this
product
is a
line.
business meeting. This is a business meeting.
This is totally mundane. It's not like he wants us to steal something from another company and use it as his own.
As the GM is writing notes behind the screen.
Yes, he wants us to use their product in a meth manner or something. What did you say, Mr. Tom?
I think the key would be to use a spin on some of their own tire designs in order to get our line to go viral. As I said before, I do have a whole business plan worked up if you're willing to take this on as your job. Again, I think I can. My investor would be willing to give you 30,000 new yen with half of it up front for production costs if you're interested.
I think we can do better than that.
Okay, so feel free to roll your influence test. He has 2 edge
Or she does.
because you did not maintain decorum.
I did.
Did not.
I did. I told them it's a business meeting.
And then you said things about terrorism and such.
That wasn't Jack.
That was Jack.
No, that was
No,
Kai.
it wasn't Jack. That
Yeah,
was
that's
Kai.
totally Kai.
Either way, you guys screwed up.
You guys
So
just
Not help.
so you're rolling. No, I think it's fantastic. Help more. You're not rolling against a whole lot of dice, but still. So go ahead and just re-roll 2.
Well,
Did
you
Kai
can
or somebody
re-roll
else
2
want to
too.
help? Because I still haven't invested in.
Kai can
I-
totally help if you want a critical glitch.
You can re-roll 2, Mr. Tom.
Well, that you're down to 1 hit. So if he fails both of his 2, he's still going to have 2 successes. There were others helping. I heard at least one person helping, not hindering. Did you want to give some extra dice to Jack since I kind of jumped the gun and had him roll early?
I could help if you want.
So if you want to roll your assist there.
Logging in right now. 1 second.
This
I'm
is a
done with my
charisma
reports.
check. I have an extra edge for this. I will make him re-roll 3.
Why don't you use your helper dice first?
Okay. Well, I only have 3, and I want more. I want more. How many helper dice do I get? Come on, helper.
We're waiting for the dice roll.
I'm going.
Do 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 do.
Oh, he had to log in.
I had to log in first.
So you
You
get
got
2 more
2.
dice. So roll your 2 dice and see if you get 2 more hits.
Two dice.
Oh, you got
You're
1 out
gonna
of it.
hit.
So
I got
you're at
4
you're
versus 4.
You're at 2 because
2.
yeah, you're at 2 versus 4, and you want him to reroll how many?
3. Spending all of my edge.
Do you only have 2?
Oh no, it's a tie, which means you gain absolutely nothing.
I thought the tie went to
It
the
does,
attacker.
but the
Yes,
win,
I win.
he wins,
but
but
I
he
don't
wins
think-
nothing. It's a
Yeah.
moral victory.
I thumb my nose at him.
Better than
Probably
Empiric.
give him edge.
So do we have an accord? Will you be taking on this job?
This business sounds like something that is right up our company's alley. We are certain that we will not let you down. Please transmit the tasks to us.
Excellent. I expect to hear from you soon once the job is complete for the remainder of your payment. And with the file, he transfers 15,000 new yen over to you. That was the 30,000 was total, not each.
Yeah. And he gives us some information, right?
Yes. And
Okay.
are you going to view that out of the matrix or in the matrix?
We'll take it offline, take it back to Baron, have him check it.
And
It's
then,
safe and it's a bit of a data dump. But here's the skinny. He wants you. Did I make a handout for this? I did not, because that would have been smart. He wants you to deliver a virus to the Nexus. And he knows where one Captain Kludge is located, who is the sysadmin for the Nexus. And he suggests that perhaps while he's logged in, you can knock him out and inject this virus and be away. And the virus will take care of the rest. Seems like a pretty straightforward job.
Do we know what the virus does?
Can we send his money back? Because I don't want to do this job.
So here's some more information. The null virus, it tells you do not open it on your own devices. Do not be connected to the Nexus when you deliver the payload. Basically, it just copies itself until it burns out the device. It's like a fork bomb. But it forks itself to every other device that device is connected to. Basically, the intent is to destroy the Nexus. Which, for those that don't know, the Nexus is like the data hub for Denver that Ghostwalker tried to wipe out once already.
It's the last bastion of freedom in all of Denver. I'm not cool with this job.
This is anti-branding.
So, are any of you unfamiliar with who Captain Kludge is?
He's like the Dodger and Fast Jack. He's
Yeah,
just one
he's
of the Matrix personalities.
Isn't it the guy in that cereal box?
yes, Captain Clutch cereal
He
with
gets that all the
blueberries.
time.
See, I think this is an opportunity for us to get in contact with Captain Kludge and try and return this to sender.
Give me a memory check, please.
Everyone, or
Whoever that just was, I can't. I'm having problems with Doc's and Mollis voices.
That's
It's
Kai.
Doc's. Okay, that's what I thought. Mollis has the accent. I'm having problems with voices today. Sorry.
You're good. Knowledge check.
Memory.
Memory check. What is memory?
It's by your attributes.
I have Seattle knowledge. Can I also roll?
Yes.
Underneath judge intentions above Phil. There we go.
You don't need to. He remembers. So I completely forgot what I was having you check for.
Captain Clutch, I assume.
Yeah, it was something about Captain Clutch, but I can't remember what. I have completely brain farted. So that's
I
okay.
recommended that we take this opportunity to.
Return to sender, yeah.
Yeah, I got that.
No, I was
Talk to
trying
Captain
to.
Clutch.
I was
Talk to
trying to
Captain
jog.
Clutch.
Yeah, well, you
Just
take the
memory.
opportunity to do what? That is what triggered me.
Yeah,
You-
just to contact Captain Clutch and have.
Oh,
him
that's what it
help
was.
us.
Okay, thank you. That was all I needed. So what you're trying to remember is that your fellow runner Baron, or not Baron, Kenny, has been trying to get in touch with the Nexus and or Captain Clutch since you guys have met up here. So that may be something that would make him very happy in the next time you see him. I think he's busy at the moment. Probably about out working for the people again. The one last thing.
Yeah, we know it.
The one last thing in the operational brief that you find of particular interest is Captain Cludge's location is in your same condominium complex.
Yeah, he's in Paradise Lane, right?
No, he's in the Sunny Spire condominium complex where your safe house is.
He's in the
Yeah.
same building, basically.
Yeah, we're definitely not doing this job because you don't poop.
Yeah, you don't shit where you eat. Are you sure? Because, I mean,
Yeah, I say we return this to whoever this guy's working for.
so there's definitely things to be concerned about if you betray a Johnson. Especially depending on who they're working for, it could be even worse. What would you guys like to do? Would you like to discuss it amongst yourselves for a few minutes?
I think the consequences of attacking the Denver Nexus are much worse.
Indeed.
Hey, I'll take anybody, but I understand what you guys
Well,
say.
well, maybe this Clutch guy can be reasonable, and we can find a method by which we clue him off, and he makes it seem like the virus was successful, so that he can perform a false flag operation on this Hank Tom guy. But first, we have to find Captain Clutch. That's the mission.
Well, wait, hold up. We were hired to do a very specific thing. It said nothing about the virus being successful. So what if we let this Captain Clutch guy know that we've been hired to do a job and that he might want to prepare the Nexus for a cyber attack, and then we upload the
It's not-
virus after it's
It's
been
not
protected.
technically a cyber attack. It's a we get in there and physically upload.
Well, that's a cyber attack just from a different vector.
Yeah, but my point is the job is just to get this onto the Nexus, right? So technically we could do it and still tell him that, hey, look, we took on a job, we don't want to do it, but we kind of have to go through the motions.
I feel
so to
like they
speak.
think the Nexus is going to be down, and that's going to confirm payment.
Exactly.
And they gave us half up front, so if we welch on them, they
We just
have
Well,
cause to make all of the Shadowrunners in town hate us.
But if he, like he said, if it didn't work for some reason, that's not on us. He gave us the virus. If we load the virus, that's our job, and if it doesn't work, that's not really our issue. He gave us the wrong virus then.
We were paid to put a virus on the Nexus. Nowhere in it did it say that the requirement for us to complete our job was that the virus worked.
I see what he's saying.
Indeed, we could definitely make it appear as if we put the virus on the Nexus.
And he can wait. He just receives an anonymous tip, and then all of a sudden, oh, they upgrade their thing for this virus, and
The port you plug the USB drive into just happened to be sandboxed.
Exactly, you know.
no, because technically we have to load the virus, but if we just have to get him to have a program in there so it doesn't work.
Hey, maybe it's good that Kenny's not there, because then you have plausible deniability.
Yeah, like we didn't know. I mean, we can't even read the freaking thing. Our Decker's out of town, man.
Yeah, we have no idea what's going on with this. We plugged it in, it so it got loaded. Everything else that happened before we got into the room, that's not on us.
Out of curiosity, Chuz, if this did upload into Kenny's mind, would he become a vegetable or something?
Potentially, yes. It would be treated as a separate device mechanically. So it would basically be a cyber combat for Kenny's living persona.
It's probably a good thing he's not here then.
So I say we just put all our like comm links and stuff into offline mode, and we try and contact our soon-to-be friend about an imminent cyber attack.
You do realize that will make it harder for us to actually get in there, though, right?
Well, we don't have to tell him the attack vector.
How is he
Well,
gonna
yeah,
stop
but
us
if you
he doesn't?
like, yeah, if you say, "Hey, someone's about to attack you," what are they gonna do? They're gonna make it really tough for people who are gonna try and attack them.
Well, no. So what we do is what we were originally going to do anyway, which is we force our way in. We don't kill the guy, obviously. We just tie him up and
You sound
then
upset.
explain. Oh, sorry. I don't mean to be more excited than
He's
anything.
making a point about, being excited about killing someone, or is upset about not being able to kill someone.
No, we just, tie him up and then explain to him what we've been hired to do and ask him to help us achieve the minimum requirements to be able to to claim that we succeeded while also not achieving the obvious intended goal.
So, what is? So this is the top decker in all of Denver, and you think tying him up is going to inconvenience him in any manner?
Well, obviously we have to get one of those things that prevent people from communicating with their cyber deck or with their um, equipment electronically. I forget what they're called.
I do have a rating 6 jammer.
Like Faraday cage.
No,
Sorry,
there's a thing you can plug into people who have data ports that just shut off their cybernetics, and I can't remember what it's called. I'll look it up.
I think it'd probably be called a world of suck.
It is.
a was, not a wuss, huh?
Head jammer. Yeah, that. Though it is an availability 5. I don't know if we're going to be able to get that.
Not on short notice, but he said sometime this week.
And it'll only be a 15% markup, right, Chuz?
Yeah. While you're actively seeking things out, I might let you roll for it. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm listening to you work, but I actually just got a message from work, so I'm trying to deal with it while you guys are discussing your plans.
It's used to neutralize implanted comm links and cyberdecks.
That sounds the appropriate thing for sure. So to roll it, do we just do a matrix search, or if we're trying to hunt it down?
Yes, matrix search, and you'll need a contact, and you'll probably have to pull in roll well on your connection for that, or pull in a favor, use a favor point.
Well, I have an appropriate contact, but he's in Seattle, so
That's not going to help you. That's a little bit more than a few hours away.
exactly. So does anyone have a more local contact that might be appropriate?
Contact for a virus
No, for
or
the head
For
jammer.
the head jam.
oh, I got arms dealers and engineers. I don't know if one of those would be more appropriate. And a fixer that's in a gang.
I really only have the
I
contacts
gotta-
in Denver that we all have from, actually playing the game.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a. Yeah,
Yeah, most of mine are out of town except for the ones in town.
Yeah, same. I've got Moira.
we might be able to use the.
Wasn't there a local person that I got like a favor point from, just discussing, the gear that she was making on Paradise Land?
I think it was Sam.
Was it Sam? Was it?
I think Sam's the.
Yeah, I got loyalty 1 from her, from spending some time with her and getting favor points.
What's her connection rating?
It's only a 2 though.
Mm,
Yeah, I got some 5s and 6s, but they're all different things.
I assume Sam's not an appropriate contact because she's only connection 2. Would that be a safe assumption, Chose?
Yeah, that would be a hard ask for her. It would not be something she could do short notice. For availability 5, you would need somebody probably 4 or 5 or higher.
I mean, we could go to Rattler. He's a 4 connection rating, but he's an arms dealer. I don't know if he would stock or if he would be able to get his hands on stuff like this.
I mean,
I
Cat's
do have
not
my
appropriate, right?
I do have my engineer professor that's got a connection 5. That's but I
Is
don't
he
know.
like a day away or less?
I not sure. It depends on like I don't know if he could call like the a school, an affiliated school here to see if they had some stuff. But yeah, he was in Seattle, I think, or the East Coast, depending on where he was when I did it, since it was pretty not really fleshed out when you use that career path thing of like when it was.
Fair enough. I mean,
So Rattler is connection 4 that you mentioned. He might be in a position. You would have to ask him.
I'll call up Rattler and ask him if he can get us a head jammer.
He'll answer the phone and quickly says, "Hey, I'm busy. If you need something, just come by the shop."
Okay, I will drive over to the shop in my new car.
Well, look at you, the high roller.
Do you even know how to drive?
I do actually.
You don't need to. The
Nice.
car's got a pilot rating.
Oh, there you go.
I'm not the best, but I'm decent.
As you roll up, shady-looking, triad-looking guy is leaving. But otherwise, the store is empty.
I will walk in or walk up to the counter and say, Rattler,
Hey,
I
chummer.
need a
favor.
What? Everybody always needs a favor. What do you need?
This one comes with a paycheck, though.
Mm.
I was hoping you could hook me up with a head jammer.
A head jammer? What kind of gun is that? I'm kidding. I know what a head jammer is. It's just not my thing. I might be able to. It might take a little bit of time, but it's going to cost more than creds. I need a favor.
Okay, what favor would you like?
Did you see that guy that just left?
Yeah.
He's been giving me trouble.
You want me to make it disappear?
Yeah, but Trinket doesn't know about it.
Doesn't know about the problem or about
Yeah,
the problem
she
disappearing?
doesn't know about the problem, so
Mm,
she definitely doesn't need to know about the problem disappearing.
that's all right. Now, the question is, would this problem disappear if the particular individual had a conversation, or if I had a conversation with his boss?
Well, he just disappeared.
He's pretty low level. I don't know. He's just one of my suppliers, and he's really been putting the heat on for me to sell more. And I mean, you can see the street's not as busy as it once was. There's a lot of strange stuff going on in Denver lately. And some people are getting out of Dodge, and others are, kind of collecting what they got.
Mm.
Come on, Kai, you totally know you want to whack the guy.
Yeah, but the problem is if I do that, whether they just send a different soldier to squeeze Rattler.
That's true.
I might be able to deal with a different one. This guy's he's just a jerk. I
Oh,
mean, they're
well,
all
that-
jerks. The triad are like that. It's cost of doing business, but this guy's kind of, it's like he's got a personal vendetta or something.
If you just want this guy gone, that's easy. I, however, am still gonna pay you for the head jammer.
Oh,
In
of course
addition to
of
putting
course
your
you are. You'll pay regular retail price.
Uh, well, all plus a finder's fee. I can't make you do all of that work for nothing.
I don't think you know how negotiations work.
Yeah, he's bad. He's bad at it.
No, I should be paying more money, not less.
So, Kai's gonna send Rattler 1,035 new yen and then walk out the door. And begin stalking this triad soldier.
Hope it's not a bad neighborhood.
It's about to be a very bad neighborhood for someone.
I'm just saying, you left your car there. Do you have a security device on it?
Look, it's right in front of Rattler's shop in Paradise Lane. I'm not concerned.
I'm gonna totally go buy a jacket.
What do you think about a nice new car, Doc? I mean,
that would be funny. Man, some fool left this shiny car out on Paradise Lane and I jacked it.
That would be really funny, actually.
You should have messaged me that. We could have made that happen. I'm sorry, Kai, but your car is not where you left it.
No!
Oh, the missed opportunity. Damn it. And my work is still bothering me. Go away. I just solved their problem. They're like, no, you need to go post your time in the time log. I said, send me an email about it. I'll do it later.
So, time to stalk this soldier from the rooftops.
Oh, yeah, because you can do the flying thing. Did you, just walk out the front door? Or did you go to the roof of Rattler's place?
I'm going to actually go and grab my Raiden from my car, or from the trunk of my car, and then I'm going to go to like a back alley and just use my grapple gun to take me up to the roof of the nearest building, and then just start hopping from roof to roof.
Okay. I can't zoom in that far on the map. Okay, so I need a perception check. And it's been a few
Visual?
minutes because you were talking, so yeah, it's visual. It's been a few minutes because you were talking, so this could be it's going to have a higher threshold. I was thinking 3, so you didn't quite make it. Would you like to use some edge?
Sure. I will use 2 edge to make one of my 4s a 5.
I will give you 1 edge because you are up high, and that should be some sort of an advantage. So you'll
Okay.
use 1 of your own edge, and a user lose it.
That works for me.
Okay, so you pick up his trail as he's turning a corner. Looks like he stopped in another shop when you weren't looking, and that's why you lost him for a minute. He turns corner, and you see he's getting ready to get on a motorcycle.
All right. I'm going to.
Just to be clear, this guy's walking around like he owns the place.
That's fine. I am going to call my car and. Do I want to do that? No. I'm just gonna shoot him with my Raiden.
Words we never thought we would hear from Kai. I'm just gonna shoot him.
Nice.
Never before has that ever happened in any game we've ever played.
I don't know who would think that Kai would just shoot someone with a Raiden.
It's a crazy
I
attack.
mean,
Are you gonna?
particularly
You using gel rounds?
No, this guy's disappearing.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was. That's why I was.
the heat is on.
Then did you remember to take the gel rounds out?
Well, of course. You think Kai normally just like has gel rounds in their guns? Absolutely not.
I mean, I had to start doing that because I was killing people, and you guys are getting upset about it.
To be
This
fair, I don't
is
think Kai was ever upset about you killing people. It was just everyone else.
Okay, I was looking at things. So you fired with 4 hits against his defense. Okay, so 3 net. What is your AR?
my AR. What range is this?
You're probably mid because that's kind of far, but not like ridiculous.
10.
10. That is enough to get you an edge.
Ooh. And I
Alright,
get
so that-
another one for my attribute mastery.
So he is going to roll his defensive. He did roll his defensive 1, so you're net 3. So that's 9. Are you using any edge, or are you happy?
I'm happy with this one because I got another attack that I'm gonna use once he eats this one.
Okay, so he's going to try and soak 9. Soaks all of it. Yeah, that's all of it. 0 means he took 0 damage, right?
Yeah, right.
He is staggered. You knocked him off the bike, but he's not dead.
Time for the second shot, or the second burst.
So was anybody else in Paradise Lane?
It's a silenced weapon, so he's,
Well, yeah, but silencers don't make guns silent. The movies
No,
are
they don't.
lying.
They don't.
They just make it so that way it doesn't sound like a gunshot.
Yeah, I was just curious if any of the other runners were on Paradise Lane so they could do perception checks to hear if they heard the.
There's some fireworks going off.
Yeah, that's what it is. Some kid found some
As
black
long as you use
cats.
subsonic rounds, they can get pretty quiet.
Yeah, if you've got the right suppressor. But all they do in the game is add to the threshold to perceive.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was 3 hits. He gets to defend again. You get another edge, which you already got your 2 edge for the round. Ooh.
Yeah.
Tie goes to the attacker.
I'm gonna make him re-roll 3.
Oh, he only gets 1. So you're 2. So you're net 8. Or net 2 plus 8. 6 is 8. He's going to soak all of it. Oh, see, he takes all but 1. He only takes 1 damage, which unfortunately, even that 1 would have been enough. Now what are you going to do? You've got a dead body, and let me roll some random dice here and see what happens.
Well, he was up on a building there, right? No, it's He's triad. I mean, they probably. Oh, it's probably a gang hit.
Okay, nothing happened, obviously.
Nothing, obviously. I'm going to fly away to a different building, and I'm going to make sure I have my um.
I need
What's
to
it
know
called?
something. Are you using caseless ammo?
Yes,
Okay.
the Raiden uses caseless ammo by default.
I did not realize that, but my characters always grab caseless.
Yeah, it's very useful and very helpful. I'm going to make sure my RACS is still active as I try and escape.
Your predator suit.
Yeah.
So you have to go slow, or it stops being as effective, right? Are you going slow?
No, because I'm more concerned about people being unable to get a good look at who I am than I am about actually being invisible.
So give me a stealth roll. And what is the rating on your axe?
6, I believe.
Yeah. Or
Geez,
no, sorry.
4.
And that's a if you're moving, you lose 1 point per interval of sorts, and I can't remember what the interval is. But what is your stealth roll?
My stealth roll is 6.
So I'm going to say with a 6 stealth roll that you are wise enough in the ways of using it's RACS, right?
Yeah.
Wise enough in the usage of the racks that you know that if you kind of stutter your movement, you go real quick and then you stop for a second, it makes it harder to spot you and track where you're going. So you do that to keep from being traced, you hope.
All right.
So are what is your next move?
My next move is going to be to go to a different part of the city and try and see if anybody seems to be following me.
On foot?
I'm gonna keep going from rooftop to rooftop for right now.
But I meant you're not going back for the car.
No, I'll come back for it later. Actually, I'll send Jack over to go collect my car.
Oh, goody.
I can't drive.
That's
All
why I
right,
said,
and-
oh, goody.
And hey, it's got an autopilot. Just engage the autopilot. You'll be fine.
Is Jack's ego really going to allow that? Clutch does it all the time. How hard could it be? You can drive,
Yeah.
Jack. You've got this.
Piece of cake. Piece of cake.
Yo, I almost
I'll
killed
talk you-
myself with that jetpack. That's why I turned the thing back in. I've sworn off driving.
I'll talk you. I'll talk you through it.
Jack's going to learn to drive on Daddy's sports car.
Yeah, I don't think so.
All right, Clutch, I need you to go get my car.
All right. Does it have a rig console?
No.
Oh, okay. I guess I could just have mine drive behind me. That's fine. All right. I'll come over to get his car.
Extra, you get an extra edge if you bitch about the guy tailgating you.
Yeah.
And it's your car.
Son of a bitch is right on my tail.
All right, so you're trying to lose any potential followers. So tell me, how do you think you could be traced to this crime? Is it a crime?
I mean, I like to view it more as like garbage disposal that you just, for a variety of reasons, would rather people don't know you had a hand in.
So you're saying that you work for waste management.
In a sense.
Probably in a truer sense than some people want to think about.
That's definitely true.
Okay, well, you think you got away because, I mean, you're doing the stealth thing.
Then I need to go to, like, I guess at this point I need to stealth my way back to the safe house.
Just glide like Batman.
Do
Yeah.
you have... Do you have, I'm just being a jerk now. Do you have outdoors skill?
I don't think I do, actually.
With a specialty in urban navigation?
I
Denver's a
have
big city.
piloting.
You're not from around here.
That is true. I do have piloting, but that's about it.
Yeah, I actually saw outdoors called out for a navigation check in one of the SRMs, I think it was. Which makes sense because, you know, you're navigating.
I'm gonna have to get that at some point.
I feel like you could roll unskilled on that because who can't at least walk around a city? All
it
else
be
fails, you got to
intuition?
ask for directions. What's that?
Would it be intuition?
I believe that's the skill for outdoors. It makes
See if I
sense.
can see if I can find it. Or you know what? Well,
You
No, I
could
don't
just
know.
you could just quickly. No, you're lost.
I'm lost.
You could probably. I mean, there's a matrix here. You could probably buy a Mapsoft.
yes. How much do map softs cost?
I can tell you that. Give me just a second. Programs. This is not part of the. Oh, it's not in there. Never mind. I can't tell you
A
that.
map soft is 100 new yen, so I will buy a map soft of
Denver.
of Denver, central Denver. They're like, if I remember correctly, like 5 or 15 kilometers square. 5, I think.
Yeah.
Which is quite a bit of space. Do I have this map to scale? I think I do. Yes, I remember fighting with it to try and get it to scale. So I think it's 15 kilometers. So that would be like the southeast quadrant. I don't know if you can see my measurement.
yeah.
Yes. I guess.
All right. I now have a or have purchased a maps off under duress.
By the rest, I
Because
mean,
you had to.
By duress, I mean because I got lost.
I could have just came pick you up.
So just remember, if you actually stop and ask for directions, you're admitting defeat. Never admit defeat.
I have wings for a purpose. Leg perambulation is the lowest form of perambulation. Just FYI.
That's why Clutch and I use cars.
Exactly. Leg perambulation is the lowest form of perambulation.
So what you're saying is you want to have your legs amputated?
No, because you still need them for things like going to the bathroom.
Cyber legs for the win.
Entertain yourselves for a moment. I have to step away for just a minute.
Oh, good. I can watch one of those videos on what's he, crawling back and begging the fans not to leave.
I don't think that they're going to be doing that yet. It's going to take at
But
least
just
a
said they
couple
did.
of. I don't see the thing with WotC is they, from what I've seen so far, is they only really care about their D&D Beyond subscriptions right now.
I'm back. Just in time to prevent us from bashing WotC more. Before anybody knows actual facts.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know anything yet. I've got to watch a video or whatever, find out some info for myself.
Well,
I'm gonna
a
go
lot of
first.
things have been said, and a lot of things have been vaguely said. So do we really know the truth? It's corporate America.
All I know is that one letter that some employee of WotC sent to like the fans.
Some alleged employee. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
That is the thing.
I'm not going to speculate any further. Once we're off stream, I can say a few things because I have tinfoil hat theories. So you find your way back to Paradise Lane. I'm done messing with you. Or not Paradise Lane, but the safe house.
All right.
Obviously, you don't have the thing because he has to find it. He told you he would. Rattler said he would let you know when he found it.
So I got us a rating 6
Head jammer.
head jammer. So that'll let us prevent whoever this is from doing any matrix stuff.
Now, don't they have to be like installed in the person's head?
They have to
Yeah,
be plugged into a whatever, their data jack, comlink, or cyberdeck.
Ah.
One of those three.
And what is your plan if he doesn't have an internal thing?
Well, if he doesn't have an internal thing, then we just take the external thing away from him.
That might have been something you'd wanted to do as legwork, I would think.
Well, I
he
mean,
can still access it wirelessly.
if he has a data jack.
Well, he would have to have a data jack if he's a decker.
Yeah.
Now, if he's a technomancer, then you're just done.
You have to have a cyberjack.
Oh, that's right, Cyberjack, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, technically, you don't need a cyberjack in order to be a decker. It just makes it much harder, as I can vouch for.
Yeah. Either way, if he has the ability to access it remotely, the head jammer will prevent that. If he doesn't have the ability to access it remotely, then we just knock him out, tie him up, wait for him to wake up. Either way, the head jammer is going to be really important, I think.
We don't have a mad scanner, do we? We're just gonna have to rely on Jack and I doing a astral sensing to see where his gear is. Right?
Aren't mad scanners like a big piece of equipment? I imagine them like the scanners in the stores on either side of the door.
I don't know. I don't remember it specifying how big it is.
I don't think it has. That's just how I've always imagined it. I don't know if that's actually true.
I'm quite happy if you want to declare that they are big things, because that makes it harder to avoid. I mean, harder not to notice them. So I'm happy with that decision.
Yeah, I think usually, unless they're like built into the architecture, again, this is just my headcanon, I've always thought that they're pretty obvious because, security doesn't have to hide stuff. They don't care if you know that they're watching you.
Well, if we have a bug scanner, that's pretty much going to be able to find any wireless devices within 20 meters of it.
I don't have a bug scanner, but I can astrally sense and see if there's got stuff in them and circumjacks. Of course, I'm the only one who can do it from a distance by projecting.
That would probably be a good idea, though we don't know whether there are any wards. We should probably do some legwork, but I don't really have any contacts that can help with this.
I think we're back to the point where most of us have the same contacts.
It's true. Except in Seattle, got tons in Seattle.
Yeah,
Right,
I wasn't very nice making you take only Seattle contacts.
It is what it is.
To be fair, Ski would be even more powerful if you allowed it to take.
That's a good point.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, he's sleeping again.
I just said something.
We'll just go make a contact. What are we looking for?
The number of contacts you get is proportional to your charisma, right? And you've got massive charisma, and none of us have massive.
No, because we made
No,
it.
not with Life Path.
Yeah, we did it with the life path. Yeah.
Now you can use
Because otherwise, I wouldn't have any.
you can use a contact to find you other contacts. It just costs karma and Nguyen, I think.
They're lower connection, aren't they?
No, you can get higher connections. It just costs more.
That's
Yeah,
kind of
just
cool
straight-
that you can use Karma and Nguyen to invest in contacts. I did not realize that.
Can't I
All right,
just,
I'm
like,
gonna call Kat and see if she can get me the contact for this Captain Clutch guy.
You have his address.
Yeah, can't I just go to his house or something and start talking to him? Then he'll be my
Yeah, but I want to
contact.
call him anonymously.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's what
Plus, you have-
burner phones are for, isn't it?
Well,
He's a hacker.
Yeah, Baron's been trying to call him anonymously for.
No, Baron's just been trying to find a connection to either place. if only, or sorry, Kenny has. If only Kenny was here, he could just fanboy and knock on the door.
Yeah.
Jack's about to. Not fanboy, but just knock on the door.
Well, don't we want to do some legwork before we just knock on the door?
Oh, I should probably call Rattler and tell him that something terrible happened to someone in the nearby vicinity. Apparently, he had some kind of accident.
Okay.
Well, because I gotta let him know that his favor's been completed.
Yeah, he answers the comlink. He doesn't seem quite as busy right now. He says, "Yeah, I heard there's some excitement down the road. Do you know anything about that?"
Oh, I wouldn't know anything other than what the news is reporting.
Oh, I haven't heard any news. I'll keep my ear to the ground. I still haven't found that thing yet.
Don't worry, I'm sure you'll find it.
That thing, because I can't even remember the name of it.
Yeah, because don't
A
double
head
cross
jammer.
Kai.
You keep saying head jammer, and I keep hearing head cheese.
Hey, it's not don't cross Kai. It's don't cross Kai's friends.
Who Kai needs favors from.
Yeah.
Kai probably would not attack somebody that that upset Kai. Kai would definitely attack somebody who upset Jack, Andrigger, or Clutch.
What if it was one of Jack, Andrigger, or Clutch that upset one of Jack, Andrigger, or Clutch?
That's when Kai is going to start betting on who's going to win the fist fight.
What if it was Kai that upset all three of them?
Well, then it's time to start putting grenades in the safe house and detonating them.
Oh, goody.
Oh, wow.
Look,
You mean
Kai
you
has
haven't
two
already
modes.
placed those?
What if I need them?
I mean, that's why you buy extras.
That's fair.
Okay, so Jack, you said you had a plan. Does anybody else have a plan? What's going on? We're waiting for a head jammer. I know that.
I mean, Jack's plan was just knock on the guy's door and tell him what's up.
Yeah. That was I was going to it. I'll drive Jack over there.
Ooh, bring him a quiche.
You don't even have to drive him. It's in your safe house.
Bring
He's-
him a
It's in
The
our
quiche.
guy's in
apartment
our
building.
safe house? Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Apartment building.
He lives like a couple floors up from you.
That's awesome.
Jack's going up a couple floors, knocking on the door.
You should bring
Well,
food with you, or
But
wine.
before Jack does that, can I like scout it out astrally, like project and see if there's any wards or anything like that?
Can't you follow him in if he goes, or if like he goes in?
I was just I guess I could go in astrally behind him if he still wants to go in. Sure.
I actually, I have an admission to make just for the sake of clarity. I misread this as you will find Cludge at the safe house in Sunny Spire Condominium Complex. It's at his safe house. So he's not actually in your safe house, but in my world, he is.
You're GM, so it works for me.
He's your neighbor. But for anybody that's watching the game to learn how to play this book, don't do what I did.
Well, you can. It's just it's not officially. Right?
Because kids, reading is what?
Reading is for wusses.
No, it's fundamental. We put
for you.
You're supposed to put the fun in fundamental, but you guys put the mental in fundamental. All right, so
because
Kai took a wet work job on the side.
but it was for the team, so. Okay, so Jack, you're taking the elevator up to go knock on a door?
Yep.
And I'll be astrally beside.
Ding dong. You hear rustling, and eventually you sense somebody looking through the people, which you suspect probably wasn't necessary because there's cameras everywhere. And he's, who are you? What do you want?
Hey, my name is Jack. I just wanted to talk to you real quick about some businesses that came my way. I just needed to give you a heads up.
I'm not interested. I gave it the office.
Some guy's trying to take down the Nexus, and he told us where you were, and I'm just here to tell you I don't want him taking down the Nexus.
What interest do you have in the Nexus?
Well, I like the fact that there's a Nexus in Denver, and I don't want it taken down.
Are you trying to influence? Negotiate,
Yes.
maybe? I'm going to say you're
Definitely.
negotiating.
Definitely trying to negotiate.
Okay, go ahead and try and negotiate. Did you just?
want
A minute of your time.
Oh, were you with him astrally, Andriger? Left your body downstairs?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay, I didn't catch that. I'm sorry. That's excellent. I like it. No, there's no wards.
Check out the entire place and then we'll report back astrally because I'm assuming this guy is. Do you want me to do an astral perception? Make sure he's mundane, but I'm assuming he.
Yeah, if you're going to try and find that information out, that would be a good idea. Give me a second to pull up his attributes.
Oh yeah, she's really on the case here.
Yeah. So he has a pretty low essence, like a 2 essence. Lots of brain, lots of stuff in the head, eyes.
Do I detect like a comlink or a cyberdeck embedded within him?
You can't identify what things are. You just can get general location. It looks like he's got something that goes throughout the body. He's got stuff in the head. Let's see. Otherwise, he seems healthy. He's older gentleman. Oh man, this character is made for me. He's a curmudgeon. I'm a curmudgeon. He is my spirit animal.
Indeed.
Well, your spirit NPC at any rate, right?
NPC, animal, they're all the same. Remember, all poodles are dogs, but not all dogs are poodles. That made sense to me. It might not make sense to
I'm
anybody
thinking,
else.
I'm like, there's so many times you say things, and I'm just like,
That's the way my train of thought derails, and I find things extremely funny, and they make no sense to anybody but me. But it doesn't matter because I'm entertained.
and it makes me laugh too. So it's
See,
okay.
that's that. The randomness is funny. No, what triggered it was
Are you a poodle guy or are you a dog guy?
what triggered it was all animals are NPCs, but not all NPCs are animals. That was what the connection was in my brain.
What about animal companions?
There is no such a thing. It's no such thing. If any of you try and adopt an animal, I will murder it.
Oh no!
We will not have any trinkets or any other such nonsense.
There goes my robo dog I was gonna have.
Maybe
It's a drone, though.
Fluffy.
don't we already have
a drone.
Major?
There is a drone that's a robo dog.
But I wanted to get like a realistic looking dog, and then I can pretend I'm blind, and then I can have the dog
Oh,
go around and
Jesus.
do stuff.
I mean, I
can just
did
run
try
the
and
drone.
buy one of those anthropomorphic monkey drones.
and this is where the whole stream derails.
Animatronics bust a move. It is a small monkey.
Yes, the
that-
bust moves are pretty cool.
Can
Yeah,
you train it to shoot guns?
there's been
They
some
have-
debate about that.
Actually, they have cyber limbs, so yes, they can use guns. And you can also implant shock limbs into them.
Oh, can you imagine that? Oh, I'm gonna hug the cute teddy bear.
Hand talons. Yep. Retractable razor talons.
Oh, geez, that's even worse. That's like Chucky
Nice.
or what was that? The Puppet Master.
No, yeah,
See-
yes. It's a cyber limb. It's a full-fledged cyber limb, just like all the rest.
See, what you should do is implant like a shotgun in its arm, and just have people go to hug it, and then just have it hold the shotgun to their chest. And
Have you ever considered professional help?
Hey, Judge, you know the Vulcan Utility ones? Those also have cyber limbs. and
Yes.
can use
No.
Guns.
I will blow it up.
I mean, the gorilla,
The silverback.
yeah, the silverbacks have cyber limbs, but I don't think they can use guns because those, to me, those arms are supposed to be huge.
Here's the horror that my players have pushed onto me. They have they're getting a gorilla and they're putting a jetpack on it.
All of a sudden, I want to be one of your
That
players.
doesn't work. You can't have a drone on a drone. They're like, no, they do it all the time. You can have Onis piloting cars. And I was like, oh no, you're right.
And then, because doesn't the Silverback have 2 Valkyrie modules on its back?
Something like that, yeah. It's just
But
So
it's
you
been
have
it
2
no they've
runners
no
inside
they've
the Silverback.
they've made the Valkyrie module as transportation not a thing anymore.
Oh, okay. You have to be conked out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Because people were like, "Oh, I'm just gonna rig from within the Valkyrie module." No, because it sedates you.
I mean, that's fair.
And it specifically calls out that it sedates you. Anyway, where the heck were we before you guys decided to go off on a tangent?
I was knocking on Captain Cludge's door.
Oh, right, my spirit NPC. Then we've come full circle. Yeah, there's
know
always
exactly
someone.
how to
There's
handle it, too,
there's
but
always
I'll
someone trying to shut me down. What makes do you think this one's special?
He paid us 30,000 new yen.
Wow, you don't value yourselves that much, do you?
I mean, it was a pretty simple job.
And why are you telling me this?
Because, like I said, I mean, I value the freedom of the Nexus here, and my buddy is kind
The
of a
what? I don't know
fanboy.
what you're talking about.
So, anyways, my friend is kind of a fanboy. He's not here. He's gonna be really mad. I got to talk to you guys first. But yeah, so the Nexus is gonna be under attack by this null virus, and we were just hoping to give you a heads up.
Do you know anything about the null virus?
Like, yeah, I got a copy of it right here.
My brain kind of just goes on a fritz a little bit because I don't know the technical details.
Jack accidentally does the mission by giving him the thing and facing him into
Here,
plugging
check
into it.
this. Yeah, I've
Check
got
this
it on
later.
I got it on a stick. You want to look at it?
Are you gonna offer him the USB drive, whatever the data stick?
I feel like we should. Yeah.
I feel like we need to come to an understanding before we give it to him, though. Because right now we've talked around a lot of things, but we haven't actually made any commitments.
I feel like it's a gesture of good. You know, it's a good gesture to just hand it over.
Jack is trying to kiss ass.
Hey,
I'd be so amused if we
No,
accidentally do the job because
I agree we should give it to him. I'm just saying we should, before we give it to him, we should be like, hey, I can give you a copy, but I need you to plug it into the next, one of the ports of the Nexus. If it just happens to be sandboxed, oh well. Type of deal,
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be like, hey, we'll give you a copy, but what we want to do is we want to make it appear, because you're right, there's all these attacks that are coming towards the next, and I'm talking to this guy through the door. I don't want to talk to you through the door. Can you open the door up, please? I will appeal to his emotions using con.
his meta humanity.
You're lying to him?
it doesn't feel like you're conning him.
No.
Though. You're
Yeah,
trying
that
to
just
persuade him.
sounds like persuasion, but
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be influence?
So, if you're making an emotional argument, trying to appeal to someone's emotion, it's con. If you're making a logical argument and trying to use facts and figures and it's influence.
I would beg to differ because you could use wrong facts and figures and just try and con them with them. The con is the lie, not necessarily how you're achieving the lie. Because you can persuade somebody to do something that they really want to do by using an emotional argument or a factual argument. Or something they don't want to do, rather.
Influence.
Sorry, go ahead.
Influence specifically says you can either use logic plus influence or charisma plus influence, depending on whether you go a logical route or an emotional route.
Yeah, it's just like the whole using, where do you use logic all the time? Logic in negotiation.
Exactly.
He says, can you leave that with me and come back later on after I've taken a look at it?
I mean,
Or
What's-
better yet, give me your comm code and I'll call you.
We're just downstairs. Tell
Oh.
him. Tell him.
Do we have a copy of
So-
that?
I don't know if it's a good
Yes.
idea to tell him where our safe house is.
Well, it's up to Jack. Jack's the only one there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, physically there that can talk with. Andrew is just goading him on in the astral plane.
Is he even aware you're there?
Well, I assume Jack would be aware, right? Although I guess he does still have to go dual natured to see Andrew.
So that was the thing I was trying to say earlier because I'm really tired. Yeah, sure, whatever. Open up the door. I'll give you this thing.
He's like, leave it in the mail slot. I'll get it in a minute. You could tell he does not trust you. I mean, he's already had a dragon try and end him.
I mean,
That's fair, I think.
we've probably got a dragon trying to end us right now too. So
You might not. Who knows?
pretty sure he's mad.
I mean, the place blew up. These things happen with unauthorized
none of them
We're
telesma.
destroyed because they're all magical, and as
Yeah.
magical can be destroyed.
Yeah, which makes no sense. But anyway. Well, it can be destroyed. It just has to be disassembled or whatever.
Dispelled or whatever first.
Disenchanted.
Nope. I guess you're gonna take your chances. We'll be in touch. And Jack walks away.
The door cracks, but there's a chain on it and a hand sticks out.
All right, dude. Here it is, and I'll hand over the stick thing, the MacGuffin.
He takes it, door closes, says, You got a comm code?
Yep. And I give him the comm code of my meddling.
I will call you maybe.
No, call me Jack.
I'll call you.
I will
Clutch.
I will call you Jack maybe.
Okay. As long as you call me Jack, fine.
And you are now MJ.
Maybe Jack. MJ. Yep.
Call me maybe. Jack.
Now I've got that song stuck in my head.
You're the one who started that.
Carly Rae
I am
Jepsen.
Carly
So-
Rae Jack, Shadow Jack. So you head back to your apartment, or are you just gonna wander off? Where are you going?
Yeah, I'm gonna wander up to the roof and stare at the skyline for a couple hours.
Okay.
And I'm gonna stay, monitoring him from the astral.
Monitoring who? Kludge or Jack?
Clutch.
You can get an idea of that people are doing things and such from the astral, right? Like, oh, he's talking on a device, or he's talking to somebody else, that kind of thing. You just can't really
Yes.
eavesdrop.
Yeah, I might be able to lip read. I'm
Actually,
not
they
sure.
could. They could materialize somewhere out of sight and here.
That's a valid point. And then there would have to be stealth.
I should probably
totally so-
rappel to the side of the building and use my laser microphone to see if I can hear anything.
I feel like it's a little too late for that.
I probably should have.
Would you be doing the materialize and taking a chance of being spotted, or what is your plan?
Is there a safe place to actually materialize, like a?
So it's a typical apartment. It's pretty sparse. There's let me look and see if
It
there's
looks
any
just like
specific.
ours.
Apartment, except it's only one instead of two smushed together.
How do you know?
Because he's in the same building and they don't just willy-nilly change out the apartment design.
Right, but maybe he's got two smushed together. Maybe his floor is better because I do believe the description is that the floors are different.
It'd be really cool if we were actually looking at our safe house.
That would be something. That can be arranged. Where's the safe house map?
Maybe there's a gap in the walls where they weren't insulated properly and you could materialize in the wall.
Oh my God! There's a what the heck? There's a Jack on the screen, and he's tiny.
Teeny Jack. Let me out! I want to be big again.
There you go. you're more or less normal size. I'm trying to get to the page I need to be on.
I want to be Big Jack. Oh, this got worse. Oh my
Jack
gosh.
wants to be jacked, huh?
What got worse?
Like, I'm having a lot of problems with my new browser on my new laptop.
Oh, I thought you were criticizing my crappy maps.
And I turned off hardware acceleration because someone said that'd help, and it made it worse.
Oh, sorry for your luck. So yeah, he has a Decker cocoon.
Isn't that like a rigger cocoon, but just for deckers?
Move my cat.
I mean, if
Yeah,
there's
he has
somewhere
there's like a Decker cocoon in one corner of the room. There's a sofa, a TV. You know, it's about half the size of your apartment. Similar layouts. Got a window in the bedroom. The other bedroom has a Decker cocoon. And if are you materializing and hiding somewhere, like behind the cocoon or something?
if I can materialize in the Deca cocoon, assuming there's nothing in there, because I would be semi-familiar with Deca cocoons.
I don't think you would want to materialize inside it.
Okay,
Because he might go inside it.
true. What about
There's
underneath?
like the couch is in a corner. You could hide behind the couch type thing.
Yeah. So long as there's obviously no electronics or anything else like that.
Yeah, you should be fine there. So you materialize and you hear a conversation from the other room. You don't catch all of it. You catch the name. He keeps saying, "Look, V5." He says V5 a couple times, and it sounds like he has some sort of like might have he has a lot of respect for this person. And give me a perception audio. I say audio in case you have any special stuff. Oh, you wouldn't have any special stuff manifesting anyway.
Yeah, my cyber eyes bonus and whatnot wouldn't apply anyway, and I don't have my cyber ears, so.
This is a 6-bedroom, 1 bath, huh?
Yeah, well, this was 2 apartments that were combined. They were 3-bedroom, 1-bath apartments.
I gotcha. Should we have 2 baths then at least? Jeez.
Not necessarily. Hey, I've got a 4-bedroom house with 1 bathroom, and it's a tiny bathroom.
Yeah, I've disabled anything else. That's just my raw intuition plus.
Okay. So the best you can make out, you can hear the other voice. It's a female, is all you can tell. Younger female voice. He's middle to late age.
How late is late? Like, is he getting old in his early 40s, or is he?
Hey now.
Getting old? Did you just say getting old in his early 40s? Is that
Yes,
what you said?
yes, he did. And
I'm in my early 40s.
this
so I
may
can
be your last session there, buddy.
It's perfectly fine. It's like,
What am I in
Yeah.
my late 40s?
Yeah, some of us are in our late 40s.
you're very old. I'm just old.
Oh, okay. That makes it so much better.
Yeah.
See, I've still got several months that I can enjoy being in my late 20s before I hit 30.
Youngin, get out of here, Youngin. Get a Valor.
Well, we have to have a token youngster.
I
Oh.
can be over here with my hipster glasses.
Oh, please don't.
Get a Valor.
So that's the best you get is that he got a call from a younger female that he calls V5. And then he retires to the room with the rigger cocoon, and that's the last you see of him, depending on how long you wait.
I think I can stay out of my body for like 12 hours or something, can't I?
Yeah, so you're just going to camp out, basically?
Sure, might as well.
Alrighty.
Starts hearing snoring from a materialized spirit.
That's what I was going to say. Maybe I should make you roll a, what would that be, body to a constitution save to stay awake?
When I start getting tired, I will return to the body, so.
It's quiet for at least an hour. You probably would become bored, but I don't know how dedicated you are to this.
She's a very
Sure. So yeah, he eventually comes out, and about this time, Jack, you get a phone comm call.
I will answer it.
Yeah, MJ. Maybe Jack.
Yeah, that's you got me.
What you gave me proved to be legitimate. That was nasty stuff.
Yes, and we want to pull one over on this guy. We don't want this guy suspecting that you've been told.
Do you
So
do you know who hired you?
yes, but
I'll give
I
you
don't
that
mean the
information.
Johnson. I mean, do you know who hired you?
no.
No,
Who's?
but
Oh, that would be very helpful for us.
Well, we know who the Johnson is.
Yeah, that the Johnsons work for everybody. I need to know who the Johnsons working for in this case, because this was nasty. This would have really crippled our systems if you had delivered it.
Yeah, we know
Wait,
that.
so
So
if
you
we
owe us a favor.
We know.
Eh,
We could do some legwork and see if we can figure out who it is.
Is that a job?
and you say this guy paid you 30,000?
Not yet. Not unless we put it in.
You're not on this call.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not. It's
How did this guy get on our call? Is this a party line?
baby.
Yeah. So what's your offer?
I'm trying to think aloud here. I feel like if we can figure out who paid you, maybe we could make up for the pay that you're losing out on.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm really not that worried about the pay. I'm worried about, you know, making sure that these guys don't discover how much we deceived them, I guess.
So you want them to think you succeeded at the job. Well, I obviously can't destroy the Nexus.
Obviously, but if we
You know
can-
what? We've talked too much on a comm line. Why don't you come by with the rest of your team?
Sure, we'll come on up and I'll key everybody and say, "Hey, we got to meet up."
He says, as you're hanging up, you hear, "Come on up."
Technically, it's come on down, isn't it? Because he's on the penthouse and we're below him, right?
Well, no, because we're going up there.
We're going up there.
He's
We're
not at
going
the
there.
penthouse. He's just a
Oh.
higher floor,
Okay, cool.
and probably won't be after this.
But he knows he can trust us. We're clearly good neighbors.
All right, I'm gonna.
Are you Jake from State Farm? Because like a good neighbor.
maybe.
Definitely
Howdy,
bring
neighbor.
a taser and a sliver gun.
Jesus. And a roto drone hovering outside the window.
Don't worry, they're gonna be concealed.
Uh-huh.
I guess Andriga will return to her body and join the rest of the
Yep.
crew coming up.
Yeah, just go up. It'll be fine.
So are you just staying there materialized, or did you say you're returning to your body?
Well, actually, that's a point. I don't have to. I mean, I've only been.
How funny would it have been if you just like stood up, waved at him, and disappeared? Bye. See you in a minute.
I technically could do that, couldn't I? No, I'll probably just stay hidden for the moment because I mean, how much of that conversation did I actually hear? Though?
You heard that. Well, you heard his side of it and probably made out parts of
This is
Jack.
MJ.
You recognize Jack's voice, but you've never heard Jack called MJ.
Does Spider-Man exist in this world? Like, can I put two and two together that way?
I mean, I did immediately when I said MJ. It was unintentional, but as soon as I said it, I was like, yep, he's now Mary Jane.
So, does this curmudgeon think of himself as Peter Parker? Is there a love story brewing here between Jack
No.
and-
Jack is always trying to seduce my NPCs.
You should know by now.
Yeah, don't
just
let
won't
it happen on the old curmudgeon. That's just like you. That's just weird.
There you go, Chuz. The only one he's allowed to seduce is your old curmudgeon.
He's your spirit NPC.
Yes.
That'll teach Ski for always trying to seduce your NPC.
Find out
Watch out.
which NPC would be the most uncomfortable for Ski and flip the tables.
Watch out, Ski might just take you up on it just to try and make you even more uncomfortable.
Oh, the old double cross. So you guys,
To explicit.
go ahead.
I was just joking that we might have to shut down the stream because it gets too explicit.
Yeah, that's not happening.
I guess Andriga will stay materialized and just listen in because
Okay.
she's still a part of the conversation. And
So you guys get there, and Captain Cludge says, so what do you propose? Because obviously I can't let the Nexus go down.
Well, can't you make a sandbox and just let us put the storage device into a port that connects to the sandbox that you just happen to be running, and we snuck in, deposited it, left. You came back and realized that we had done an oopsie
Well, so why would I have a sandbox on my personal rigging cocoon, which is where they told you to plug it in?
because you were about to test a file for malware.
No, that's not how I do it.
How do
And
you
also, I feel like if there's absolutely no damage, that they may just be like, okay, we're not paying you guys the rest of your money, and we're going to hire somebody that can do the job. So then I've doubly got to watch my back. Are you gonna come running when I have a phone call because my door's being beaten down?
Well, so no, what I was intending was we would use this as a ruse to lure out the person who hired the Johnson. Does that not make sense?
Oh, wait, how are you going to lure out a party you don't know who is? This is me asking the DM.
Well, so we would have to we would need Kenny.
So
Because we
what were
have
you
to hack
thinking?
the
You would
Johnson's comlink. We get
Yeah,
to the
okay.
Johnson, we let him know, and then he could, trace icon if he was in control of the Johnson's device.
But that would require the Johnson to actually meet physically with the hiring party.
Or the Johnson would have to call him, because if you make a call, you can trace icon to the call.
Oh, that's right. We've done that before. Who did we lose? We lost Malas. He stalled. He popped the
virus got
clutch.
into his-
Oh no.
Yep, the virus got into his gear, and that's why he crashed.
Yeah, we would definitely need Kenny for that because this hacker obviously would be useless for that. For my intents and purposes, well, I mean, it'd be obvious that he was out and about doing things. So Captain Cludge thinks about it for a minute. So you say you have somebody that can do the technical side of things.
Yes,
Unfortunately,
he's unavailable.
I might be able to. Make
finish the sentence.
make it look like shut up. I might be able to make it look like things are worse than they are with some help, with a little help from my friends.
Quick question: is Jack dual censored so he can listen to what Andriga says, or I guess I could still materialize and can I verbalize whilst materialized? I can't remember.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think you're basically there,
Yeah.
but not there.
Yeah,
I was ruling that cybernetics wouldn't give you any benefit while you're materialized because they aren't physically there.
That's fair enough. I mean, is Jack still Can I see if Jack's dual natured? Like, can I?
No, he's not
suck-
at this point. He's physical. You'd have to materialize to get my attention.
Or a voice
So
would come from underneath the couch.
what
Just
what
pop
we
out.
need to do is find the Johnson who hired or find out who hired the Johnson.
I could quickly return to my body because it doesn't take long, right? And then I could like comlink Jack or anyone else on the party and let him know. Ask him who V8 is. Sorry, V5 is.
I don't know that that's a good idea.
Well, I texted you guys and it's up to you, but then I again astrally return to listen in on the conversation.
I feel like we should have a talk with Nikki, Vishla, and Stiletto and see if they can find out who hired us.
We feel that those three are all on the same page.
Would you like to give me a judge intentions?
Because I'm on the Cat Arcane, the OG Shadowrun team. I actually think, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna ask Cludge. I'm like, do you know Cat McTavish?
I know of her. You said Nikki Vishla, and what was the other name you said?
He said Stiletto.
Oh, Stiletto, right? Yeah, yeah. But Nikki or Stiletto, is it Stiletto and Vishla or Nikki and Vishla? I think it's
Stiletto
Nikki.
Flesh.
Is it Stiletto? Yeah.
Yeah, Nikki's the one that was trying to play up that she knew Cat, and she's the new Johnson in town.
Yeah, the one that's
Right.
eager to please, yes.
Well, I'm just thinking they're all rival Johnsons. So
Well,
if we give
theoretically, yeah.
them-
Well, no,
Well,
Vishla is a Johnson. They're all fixers.
That's true.
Vishla hires Nikki. Yeah, hires Nikki. Stiletto is somebody different.
well, if we could try and spin it that this is their opportunity to get rid of some competition in the local ecosystem.
I'm assuming you're speaking to the rest of the team, not me.
Yeah.
Do we want to take 5? It is roughly 9:15,
Yeah, that'd be great.
and it'll buy Mollis time to return if he's. I have a feeling maybe work stuff got him. So yeah, we'll be back in about 5 minutes. I'll turn the. Wait, where did my OBS screen go? Oh, here it is. I will put.
Watch some video.
Yes, I will put the starting soon thing on, and we will be back in a few minutes. Hey, welcome back. We were taking our 5-minute break.
Oh, okay. Because yeah, my my Windows update just decided to knock my internet out and said you have to update this now.
It said-
I'm like, what?
Windows said now is the time.
Yep.
Windows got tired of you procrastinating your update.
Apparently. I'm like, what's going on?
Hopefully we won't get too much heat for the guy that I took out for no reason now.
Still can't get back into roll 20 though. It's like, no. There it goes. Let's go now.
So I just got a bit of a shock.
Oh,
Yeah, I went to have my snack was a donut tonight. It was supposed to be a raspberry filled donut. It was labeled raspberry filled donut.
What was it?
It was cream cheese filled donut. It was not what I expected. It was not unpleasant. It was just not what I expected.
yeah, that would be very different.
I imagine if I was allergic to cream cheese, it could have been a lot worse.
And
Definitely.
it's like why I hate horseradish sauce, because I didn't know what horseradish sauce was. I thought it was mayonnaise, and I slammed
Oh,
it
no.
all over a sandwich, and I was like, oh my god, this is
So-
horrible.
My
That's the best stuff ever.
Oh yeah, horsey sauce is awesome, but I'll tell you what isn't awesome is when you're your first time ever in a sushi restaurant and you think that glob of green crap is another piece of sushi.
No, that's pistachio ice cream.
Yes,
No.
it was definitely not pistachio, and everybody that saw what happened thought it was hilarious when I almost threw up because I wouldn't spit it out, so like my nose started instantly running and everything
How
else.
much? Like, how much did you put in your mouth?
It was like a half a teaspoonful. It was the whole blob.
That's a lot of wasabi.
And I had cleaned my plate. That was like the last thing. I had that and I had the pickled
Ginger.
So fortunately, the pickled ginger helped a little bit. I think the waiter told me to eat that.
Yeah, always eat your ginger when you eat sushi. Not just
It's a palate cleanser, right?
well, it's a palate cleanser, and it also helps to keep your stomach from getting upset at the raw fish.
I have never had that problem.
No, me neither.
Not
Look, I
everyone
eat
does,
gas
but
station
it's a
sushi.
Good idea.
I eat gas station sushi.
I mean, sushi originally was fast food, believe it or not.
I mean, it is. You don't have to cook it.
Well, they used to make it with the large um trout, I think it was. But the fish were very that it was made from were very very big, so they could actually make a single piece of sushi that was about the size of a hamburger.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the fish that they like your tuna and stuff are huge fish. It's just that they cut it in small pieces because elsewise it's expensive. I will tell
Yeah.
you, when I had my boat, I a couple times, not many, but after moving here to Florida, excuse me, I caught a couple of oh crap, I just brain farted mackerel, Spanish mackerel, and they are an amazing sushi fish. Like
Oh,
filleted it on the boat. And I from that point on I had soy sauce on the boat, and I never caught them again.
Well, because you had the soy sauce.
Exactly,
They can
I was
smell it.
prepared. And one other time I did something like that. It wasn't me. I was on a head boat with some friends, and one of the friends brought everything for ceviche except for the fish. And they took some of their limit of sea bass and put the sea bass in the ceviche, and we had sea bass ceviche on the boat with chips, and it was the first time I ever had it, and it was amazing. I don't like spicy food. It was spicy. I ate it anyway.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was pretty darn good. I need to throw a piece of trash away, and then I will be back and ready to go.
I love spicy food, but I'm a vegetarian, so no fish.
Yeah, that's when you get a mushroom burger and you just put hot sauce on it.
Or lentil patties. I absolutely love lentil patties. I make them myself, so just get some lentils, you cook them up, then you mash them up with some flour, and I've been naughty. I've been starting to get in the habit of using an egg with it as a binder because it does make it a little bit easier to cook. So I'm not a vegan. I'm only a vegetarian. But
I have to the few times I allow myself to indulge sushi anymore, I have to get the I don't have to, but I choose to get the they call them Naruto rolls. I don't know if that's what they're called everywhere, but my restaurant calls them that. It's instead of wrapped in rice and seaweed, it's wrapped in cucumber.
Hmm.
And because I'm not eating all that bleached white rice, it's a little bit healthier for my weight. Oh, we had somebody talk. I wonder how long ago that was.
I love using brown rice to make sushi. I know it's not like you're not supposed to do it that way, but it's so tasty.
Oh, I was only 5 minutes late noticing our chatter. Sorry about that. Yeah, we are. Teslin, are you not hearing it?
Oh, is Tom in the church?
If he is Kieran Hawk, I think.
Yeah, that's him. Hey, Tom. How's it going?
Uh-oh, he said yes. I said yes. Are you not hearing it? He said yes. Oh, he said hi. Okay, he's hearing you. Don't mess with me like that. I've screwed up the audio so many times. I take full blame, even though I blame the tech.
Even our professionals sometimes make mistakes, so it's all good.
I am not a professional. Cool.
Well, at this.
So we are back, and you have decided what now?
We're gonna try and false flag him.
So we're plotting to see if Captain Kludge can at least make it look like the Nexus comes down at least temporarily, right?
Yeah.
And then you're going to try and track down the hostile. Oh, thanks for the follow. Hey, you guys are like 10 follows away from whatever I decided the next reward is.
Um.
Oh, now you're 9.
We should probably have someone try and follow or work out who our Johnson is working for. Maybe one of our other fixers or Johnsons can help us with that. I feel like a fixer is probably better.
I like Cat.
And what did you want them to help with? With tracking him down, or his employer, or how are you going to go about that?
Tracking his employer.
I still think our best bet is to tell the Johnson the job's done, let them see some result that Captain Clutch has, brought the system down a little bit. Oh no, things are shaky. And then we hack into that guy's comm link and trace it back to whoever he contacts. Take everything.
If only our Technomancer was available.
I know, like the slackers. I mean, how can you run games without, technical people?
Well, we could have the guy that Captain Kludge do it for us. That would probably be the last thing they would be expecting.
I mean, if it was just a comlink, not behind anything else that gave a decent firewall, then I could probably, Anduga could probably hack it. She can do comlinks, it's just she can't do comlinks behind decent firewall.
Well,
But
if they think that the Nexus is down, the last person they would expect to have attack them would be the person who's supposed to be running the Nexus that just crashed.
I was gonna say, isn't this guy a hacker?
he's the Spanish Inquisition, because nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Didn't see that one coming.
I'm sorry, what? I wasn't looking.
Well, obviously you weren't expecting it.
Our chief weapon is surprise and alarm.
Well, Con, we take a lot of liberty. We take a lot of liberties with the rules because they're so complicated and none of us has figured all of them out. So we just are here to have fun, but we try.
We're pretty good. We know most of the rules.
Uh-oh, we may have a Technomancer.
What?
Do we have a Technomancer?
Soon, maybe.
Now just make sure he never gets to meet Captain Clutch himself.
That would just be messed up.
Yeah, by the time he gets on, we're dealing with the Johnson.
It would be the whole Batman thing. You never see Superman and Batman in the same room. Are they really the same person? You never see Baron and Captain Clutch in the same room.
They fought in the last movie.
Yeah, hush. That was a bad analogy.
I mean, so did the guy
Superman
from
and Clark
Fight
Kent.
Club.
That's true.
I'm just saying.
Tyler Durden.
Say what?
Tyler Durden.
I have no idea who that is.
From Fight Club. It was Brad Pitt's character.
Oh, okay. I barely know what that is.
And you
I'm the young one, and I know that.
Like the single most impactful movie of our generation. Just missed it.
It's not my genre. I've watched it. It's not my genre. I like science fiction or fantasy, or that's pretty much it. I'll watch anything, but I don't really remember any of it. I don't retain anything.
It's
I don't
literally
know,
both of those.
Hey, look,
That
there's
movie is
a
pretty
wild
much-
technomancer appears.
Wow.
Is your name really Captain Cludge? Because you guys are never in the same room at the same time.
We may have found the nexus for you.
So Kenny,
we
why
totally
don't
found it.
since Kenny's here, we actually have viewers for a change. Why don't you yourself real quick, since we're in the middle of a session that you decided to finally show up to.
Hi, I'm Kenny, the blue-skinned Oni and resident technomancer of the group. And I have no idea what's going on.
So why don't you guys bring him up to speed so I can just sit here and do nothing?
We've decided you'll never get to meet Captain Clud. You have to speak.
We're actually in a meeting with him right now.
in his apartment.
In his apartment. That's
Yeah.
Which happens to be like,
Bring some pizza. Come on up.
yeah, he's like 2 floors above you.
Turns out you were looking too far away.
Couldn't see what was right under your nose, or I guess technically above it.
And who is this? Also, this looks suspiciously similar to our pad.
It's the same building, and Captain Cludge is the lead guy for the Denver Nexus.
Aha.
So why don't you guys start and give him a briefing on what the job originally was and what you completely mangled it into?
We didn't
Mangled,
chose to change it.
improved.
Exactly, improved.
Rails are optional.
Look,
We just wanted to, derail everything because, freedom.
I mean,
Just
derailing
because-
is always the best course of action.
So we talked to this Skeezy Johnson named Hank Tom, and he offered us another, kind of morally questionable job to take down the Denver Nexus. He gave us the location of Captain Cludge, who's the sysop for the Denver Nexus, and Jack immediately said, "No, can't do that. The Denver Nexus is too important." So I just went to the guy's door and I knocked on it and I said, "Listen, people are trying to take the Nexus down." And he didn't believe in me at first, but we showed him proof and he invited us up, and now we're coming up with a plan to try and turn the tables on Skeezy guy Hank Tom and find out who hired him to take down the Nexus.
Well, immediately is a strong word because we took the job, and then we immediately said
Kai
word
murdered some mafia guy.
and made that.
that's a
like-
stretch. Some triad had a bit of an accident climbing on his bicycle twice.
The bullets that happened to be embedded in his body causing the accident were purely there by coincidence.
Look, is it my fault that when I decided to range find my rifle in the middle of downtown, he happened to be down range of me?
I mean,
I don't think so.
negligent discharge is always negligent. So it's always your fault.
Look, if no one can prove it was me, it's fine.
I'm sure there's no recording devices downtown.
Wait, that's what I said the first time I shot somebody. You guys all had all had a fit.
Look, Rattler asked me to do him a solid. The guy was dead. He just didn't know it yet.
It's like
He had a lethal dose of lead poisoning and wasn't aware of it.
It's like you're using real bullets. What the hell's wrong with you?
Sudden onset lead poisoning.
Yeah, exactly. Sudden onset lead poisoning. I'm going to use that in the future.
Oh God.
And to be fair, the only reason you did that was to get a device we didn't end up needing.
So the plan is what you guys are working on now, Kenny. They Captain Cludge. So you're in. Their job was initially to deliver a virus that would take down the Nexus once and for all. They decided that they like the idea of the Nexus because freedom. So they didn't want to do that, but they've addressed Captain Cludge and they want him to make it look like they were somewhat successful, and then at the same time use that to track down who hired your Johnson. And for that, they might need a technomancer.
Well, okay, I'm here. I hope you don't expect me to hack anything.
No, just use your mind mumbo jumbo to
That's
get into
exactly
the
what we
computers.
expect. Why can't you hack things?
Talk to the machines. Talk to them.
We just
if
need
there's-
to know who hired the Johnsons, so that way we can double dip this job a little bit. It's fine.
Okay. So what are we going to try and track the Johnson down and hope that we can find something on his comm or something like that?
Yep.
Race
the
icon.
owner. Whoever's was trying to pay us. Sounds like a plan. Let's do it.
We just need to follow the money.
All right. So we'll be breaking into his place tomorrow.
It's like, when would we will be coming to by to knock you out, please, sir? Do we really have to do the whole knocking me out and thing?
I was thinking you go, out for a sandwich or something, and we just happened to be so stealthy that we snuck in and
We met you in a bar and we slipped you a roofie or something. I don't know.
Wait, what?
You had to go there. Stop bringing your past experience into this.
I'm just saying, it's probably pretty easy to get a roofie. Yeah.
Yeah, it's called Narcojet.
Narcojet. Roofies for all the right reasons. Knocking out bad guys. But just to clarify, please don't cancel me. So,
Yeah.
what is your plan? Captain Cludge is not a big fan of being knocked out, but if you insist, he
We'll just say you got him drunk in a bar and he's sleeping it off or something. I don't know. What's
Yeah, because what I would like to do is I would like to put together, like a detailed video record of this that we can turn into the Johnson, because that I think is what will be the trigger point that he will send it to the person who hired him, and that's how we get him and we trace the icon.
well, I was figuring that we just have him, leave his room for, groceries or something, and then one of us could sneak in and just deposit the thing on, we've all got cyber eyes. We can record that, sneak back out.
sure? Sounds like a plan. You go to sleep. We're gonna go break into your place.
Those are words I never thought I would hear. You might want to do this tomorrow night, because I need to set things up on my end.
Oh yeah, that's probably a good plan. Good plan.
Hey, could Kenny help you out? I'm sure he'd love that. He's a big fan.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, Kenny,
By the way.
Hello? The only name I know here is MJ. Maybe Jack.
Maybe Jack.
You had to be there.
Yeah, probably.
I have someone that can help me. I don't think she'd be comfortable with all these new people.
And I was there and it wasn't funny.
Well, you're just not fun. All right, everybody, get the hell out of my apartment.
Yeah, I'm already leaving. This is getting boring real quick.
So what are you gonna do until tomorrow?
Sleep probably.
Check and see whether there's any news reports on the sudden lead poisoning that happened downtown.
Okay, so or the sudden onset lead poisoning. Go ahead and do a matrix search.
That'd be unskilled intuition, I believe.
He probably left part of his stash here, Kenny. I don't know what you're talking about. There's no pills. Must have been a ghost. So, yeah, you found nothing, but you did find the Weather Channel.
Ooh, clear skies
And,
tomorrow.
and you got distracted.
I was planning all of the flying I'm going to be doing tomorrow.
Yes, because no wind, no rain. It's great for electronics.
You're just slowly falling. That's all.
Hey, anytime I fall too much, I just grapple onto a car and it speeds me up.
Oh right, yeah. I'm sorry. I was like, I was lost on the flying thing. I was thinking it was Clutch again. Who are these players? I've never met them before. It's been 2 weeks. I can't be expected to remember people.
Well, to be fair, you got us to introduce our characters at the beginning of the game, so technically it's only been since the beginning.
That was more than 5 minutes ago. You already called me very old because I'm older than middle age, early 40s. So.
Well, it's only because I'm old at early 40s, then obviously.
All right, so yeah, you didn't find any news about the unfortunate mishap on Paradise Lane. Is anybody else doing any other prep?
No, really.
Great, we can fast forward. Montage of Kai polishing weapons.
So I was like,
I
looking at
said
breaking into
weapons.
place, especially if they know we're coming. I mean,
Should Kenny be doing anything? He was a little bit out of it when you all were planning all this.
You're probably going to be trying to trace icon on Mr. Johnson.
Right.
Or own his comm link so that you can trace icon on anybody he calls. I'm not sure how you wanted to approach that.
I mean, we're going to be in the area. We're going to deliver something to him, right?
Well, the original meet was a Matrix meet.
and you missed it.
Which I feel like would give you a little bit of edge in the getting into his device.
Or at the very least, the matrix perception to find his device.
But I mean, like, prep-wise, getting ready for this whole meetup tomorrow. I don't know if Kenny should be doing anything. Summoning all the sprites.
I don't know if this is how this works, but we're going to say it is. You have a comm code for Mr. Johnson. So you might want to... oh crap, I need to look at a character sheet. It's been 2 weeks, I forgot how to play this game. I've obviously been playing too much of other games. Handy thing here, I have all the Matrix actions right here. I think you could probably do a trace icon on that com code. I don't think that's how it works, but it's how I want it to work, so it's how it works. What is that?
Okay.
Stop. And yeah.
What are you doing?
He's spamming. If he only knew I really hate memes.
Well, technically it's not a meme because there's no words on it.
To me, meme is random pictures that are unrelated to the task at hand. I'm waiting for a trace icon from Kenny.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I should have going here.
Oh, you're fixing your living persona.
I was just making sure, like, if I wanted to have my overclock on.
Because that never works badly.
No,
I've never had any problems with it.
The number of times you've lost those fives.
let's
Makes me
see.
glad I turned that functionality on in the sheet.
Right? You always give your players a chance to screw themselves.
Well, that's the funny thing is, players have all the fun glitch detection and all that stuff. NPCs have none of it. So for all we know, our NPCs are glitching and critically glitching all the time, but you just don't know. It's on the sheet of the list of things I need to do. Go ahead.
Especially since I'm like, it's dealing with communication and calling com codes or something. Maybe calling com codes. Anyways, I'm gonna ask my buddy, my courier sprite that I had hanging out to help me with this.
He's gonna take a message, is he?
Yeah.
You're not going to ask
Take a
Andrew
message.
your permanent sprite? Perma sprite, I guess that's what we can call it.
Yeah, that's a good point. I suppose Andriger could.
Yeah, you can both help with that.
Okay.
Do it. Do it.
Because what I'm doing, this is an analog for actually finding if the com code is active without actually calling it. It's like, in my head, you're basically like trying to be like a cell tower pinging to see if the cell phone's active.
And that's a hash check, is it?
No, it's trace icon. So you got 2 hits. The sprite.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can maybe get a couple more in there.
1.
One more.
See, Andrew is twice as good as your sprites. Or your other sprites
Andriger
at any
is
rate.
much better than my sprites. Hey, there we go.
And that's despite the wild dice giving you a what?
Yes.
How many hits did you miss on that? Oh, look, you lost 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. You lost. Wild dice for the win, buddy. Wild dice are the best players on my team.
So
They
what
really
was
are.
statistically the cutoff point? I thought it was 18 dice
18.
was the cut. Yeah.
I don't know. I've never done the math. I am going to use a definitely not just some random number of dice I pulled out of my head to resist that, and 3 successes. Tie goes to the attacker.
Edge? Or yeah, okay.
Um,
goes the
attacker.
So there you go. You found a that the comlink is active. Now I have to justify that number of dice, don't I? No, I don't.
I'm sure it came from somewhere on this person's sheet and not just a random.
As if this person has a sheet.
I mean, we jumped the shark like after 15 minutes in this game.
Yeah, you guys were supposed to be doing the complete opposite, but I knew you weren't.
Of course you knew it.
Well, we've got to make you earn your GM's position, right?
Well, I have fun, just as much fun doing this silly stuff as you guys do.
Excellent.
So you found the device. It's a I don't know. We're gonna say rating 6 comlink, and it seems to be protected in a pan of some sort.
Mm.
Elsewise, how would a rating 6 comlink have 8 dice?
Okay.
So what would you like to do?
That's a great question. Kenny doesn't know what he's supposed to be doing.
Are you going to try and hack the device now? Because if you do that, sleeping is going to be kind of difficult. Or are you just going to... I'm out of my element with the trace icon. I think it's one of those things that you can mark it so that you know where it is in the future. I'm going to say you can.
Okay.
In this one instance, I'll read the rules sometime.
Especially if I think I can somehow get access to. Well, I don't know. We'd have to probably hit the pan, and I feel like there'd be noise. But anyways, yeah, Kenny's willing to wait till tomorrow to try and hack it. I feel like if it's in a pan, would probably have to get it to the pan first, wouldn't I?
To hack it, yeah, in theory you'd have to get into the pan if it's still protected by one when you go after it the next time.
Right.
So what are we done? A lot of dead air.
I mean, I'm done. I've been
That's
sleeping
the
for a
plan.
while.
We're doing it.
All right.
I guess is it tomorrow?
Yeah, sure. It's tomorrow now.
What you gonna do, Kenny?
What was your plan for Kludge? Remind me.
He was gonna let us sneak in. We were gonna do a little song and dance how we were putting the thing in. The thing was gonna go down a bit. We were gonna get it on a VR recording and then send it to the Johnson for payment.
In that case, Jack, you get a anonymous message on your comm link at around 10 o'clock. Says the Mark is going out to lunch.
Oh, he means Kludge?
He, she, who? What you
I
talking about?
guess
That means that it's time for us
Absolutely
to
confused
sneak
me there.
in.
The message is now gone.
All right, let's all sneak into Captain Kludge's apartment.
So we're breaking into the apartment that's 2 stories above ours.
Wait,
Is that what I'm
I
hearing?
thought when we go into his job, we're gonna break into his apartment. All right.
Well, the apartment's the safe house where the gear is, so we can assume
Oh.
the Nexus is probably there, right? Or at least we know his cocoons are there. So.
That's where you were hired to put this
Yeah, sounds good. Let's go.
virus stick thing.
I'll walk up there and start and open the door.
We probably need to pick the lock.
Yep.
Didn't Kai get an auto picker or something?
The auto picker just helps you.
There you go.
Clutch
someone
is the
gonna
auto
need to do
picker.
that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Alrighty. So now we can go in, plug in this handy dandy little virus toolkit. Um
So,
Kenichi, before we do this, you should probably make sure that we're all good matrix wise.
So when you go through the door, you see that the doors to the balcony. Yes, he has a balcony. You didn't know that. The doors to the balcony, the sliding doors are open, and he's sitting out there with his back to the apartment. Or the curtains are open, the doors are closed.
Hey, who brought the roofie?
Now we can just sneak past.
Hey, let's sneak past. I'm not very sneaky, but let's do
I
this.
am.
For our viewers, the apartment that we're looking at is actually the safe house the players use, which is in the same building, so it's similar layout. It's just background scenery.
I am super stealth.
He could just act like he didn't see me, I guess.
Well, I
Are
mean,
we,
the door is closed, so one hit on unskilled. That's not terrible.
Yeah.
All right, we sneaking in.
Yeah. So there's I think you weren't here before, Kenny. There's a rigger cocoon in here that you would assume Cap Kludge uses.
Oh. No, that was way too many dice. I'm like, I don't have that high of agility.
And there's a deck. Anybody that was in the meeting earlier, so not Kenny, give me a memory test. And if you have any hacking skills, so basically Andriger, you can have an edge on the test.
I still got one on my 2 dice.
It's still not bad. You're observant and remember things. Andriger? Okay. Go ahead and re-roll one of those since you've got your one of your misses since you've got the edge that you're going to lose anyway.
Actually,
Oh, did I
also
miss a
for
stealth
mine-
roll? I'm sorry.
No, they were rolling stealth. He's not noticing you. You're obviously very stealthy.
We have to make an appearance that we're trying to sneak in.
Yeah. So if anybody happens to notice, yeah, you are recording too. There.
I'll
Okay.
definitely
Summon an air spirit and give us concealment. Then.
So Andrigger bumped a 4 to a 5, so you have 6 hits. That's plenty. You recognize that the deck that's sitting connected to the cocoon is not the one that was there yesterday.
Okay.
I'll keep that to myself because in case they're listening to our network.
So that's where you had agreed to plug it in, was to the deck on the rigger cocoon, I assume.
Yes. So
Yeah.
I'll nod from a distance and let him know, or maybe verbalize or whatever. I mean, like over the network, saying it's all good. It looks like we can access his cocoon. Stick it in the cocoon as agreed.
Using my data jack to communicate through the network in a way that won't be recorded on the recording, I'm going to ask Kenny to hack the Johnson right before we stick this in case they are watching to see when it goes down. Because he might have the conversation as soon as it goes down.
Who is keeping an eye on the outside and all? Was anybody watching Kludge?
Yeah, I guess I'm watching Kludge. I got nothing else to do.
He starts like, it looks like he's convulsing.
What? Well, guess I'll. I don't know. What do we do if we're recording it?
Is that before or after we've stuck in the thing to the cocoon?
It's about the same time.
I'll run over like, oh look, it's like I think our poison is working. I'll go over and see if I can help him with something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll go over. I've got
Biotech
knowledge.
Okay, go ahead and roll your biotech if either of you has it. I think one of you definitely has.
I don't have it. Yeah.
Jack, I believe, has some as well.
Okay, with 6 hits, because you get ridiculous hits on everything. Tonight is Endrigger's night. Jack, you have. I want you to. You said you're going out there also.
Yeah, I was trying to get that air spirit summoned.
And the other person was Clutch or Kai?
Clutch.
Clutch and Jack. I want you to. Oh, you were doing an air spirit. Did I miss a roll?
Yeah, I took forever to get it done.
It had 3 hits. You had 0.
Oh, I already clicked it.
Oh, okay. Clutch, give me a sense and judge intentions.
Judge.
Okay, wow, that was really good. Clutch, you are pretty sure he's a really bad actor. Andrigger, you are pretty sure that there is nothing wrong with this man, but he's foaming at the mouth and convulsing.
Then on record, I'll say, excellent. He seems to be dying.
We weren't hired to kill anybody. We were just supposed to knock him out. If he dies,
I don't think he's supposed to die with what we gave him. I think he'll be fine.
Actually, that's not true. Andrigger, there were signs of like cardiac issues. You're not sure. You don't have enough medical experience to know if it's fatal, but you don't think so. It probably is enough to bring a dock wagon, though.
Oh,
we should probably get out of here.
Recording say, it looks like dock wagon will be here. This seems to have triggered dock wagon. We need to hurry up. All on the recording,
of course.
So you've plugged the thing in, and it appears you've killed Captain Clutch somehow.
I'll go out and go out back to our room, and I'll trigger a drone and look for dock wagon. I'll fly it out and on the street to look to see when dock wagon's coming.
I need to look up what it is. What's a GTI ref, y'all?
I don't know what a GTI Raphael is.
It is not in double clutch. That's what it is. I'm sure it's airborne. So yes, there's a dock wagon aircraft inbound.
All right, they're coming, guys.
Well, get your drone out of the way. I don't think they're gonna.
It's in the middle of the city. He's probably hovering quite a ways
Yeah.
above the
Yeah, I'm not-
building.
We should probably contact the Johnson. Kenny, have you been able to hack his pan?
I can start on that now. I was listening
I
to you
help?
all and figuring out. Yeah.
Can
Here's
I
the
help, or was I
thing.
too busy with the with the biotech?
Was I only informed of this when I walked in the room?
Of what?
That I was supposed to hack the pan.
I think we discussed it yesterday.
Which pan are you guys asking about hacking?
Well, we
think
want to
the
hack
Johnson's
the
pan.
comlink, the Johnson's comlink.
Oh, the Johnson's comlink. Well, the Johnson has to be delivered the good news, so that's
Yeah.
going to be involved at that point. He
Yeah,
wouldn't
we
be
can
doing
tr-
that from the apartment here.
Yeah, we're gonna trace it once we deliver the good news.
Okay.
Once we send them the recording. Don't worry about it. We're not doing that now. Let's get out of here.
I think, by the way, it says it's a GTI Raphael. I think it's a GTI Benevolent, which is a response rescue vehicle, rapid response rescue vehicle. Oh, yeah, AKA Crash Cart Raphael. So, yeah, it's a grav drive flying vehicle that's coming. They save those for the high paying contract.
Yeah, that's a really expensive vehicle.
So, are you guys GTFOing?
Sounds like.
Make sure you matrix perception that thing. Make sure it's legit. Check it. My
Okay.
tech guy.
Get your brain infected.
I think he's saying to check the Raphael.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, okay. I guess. Can I do matrix perception to see if
Yeah.
it's like got all the right?
You wouldn't know for sure, but you might have a good idea depending on how good your perception is.
Let's see. That's actually just trained.
I mean, it takes 30 minutes. It takes 10 minutes. So, are you guys going to wait 10 minutes while he's doing that?
I mean, we can wait in our own safe house.
That's very true.
Look
So,
at that.
so you're going down. About damn time it worked for you. So you're going downstairs. That's a lot of green and some red. Hey, it's Christmassy. You're going downstairs, and at that time, are you doing this in AR? I'm assuming, Kenny.
Yeah.
This way you can walk and talk at the same time. Chew gum, possibly. So yeah, 8 hits. You're pretty sure it's legit.
Okay. I'll inform Jack that seems legit. Nothing fishy there. Probably couldn't hack it if my life depended on it.
I don't have. I'm not gonna look up the specs, but probably would have been difficult.
All right, so we should inform the Johnson job done.
And get ready to trace it.
So you're gonna reach out to the Johnson before anything happens.
Of course not.
I'm just asking. I'm not trying to prompt you. I would never do that.
So, we plugged the thing in, and the thing's supposed to automatically do something, right?
Yes.
don't know what, it just
Well,
does
no,
it.
you know what? It's supposed to take the Nexus down. It's supposed to basically cause any device attached to the device you plugged it into to overload and cook. It's basically like a fork bomb. I don't know if any of you remember those from back in the day, the email fork bombs where you open the email and it just explodes and takes your machine down. They
Yeah.
usually weren't fatal, but they would really inconvenience you.
If you ignored them long enough, they could frag a hard drive.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Did we have any way of monitoring the Nexus to know if it actually goes down?
Nobody thought to ask.
Well, I mean, our job was just to put the thing in the slot. We weren't
Yes, that was
Really?
hired for anything else, so we might as well tell them that we have completed what we were paid to do.
payload delivered.
Payload delivered.
Sounds legit.
Give
Roger
us
that.
some moolah.
He says, and how do I know it's been delivered? I don't see anything happening.
Hey, yeah, I'm saying you paid us to plug the thing in. We plugged the thing in.
Do you
It
have
didn't work.
proof? Do you have proof of this?
Yeah, we got a
Send them
video.
the video.
Well, why didn't you say so?
Oh well, send in the video.
I feel like I should make you guys do like a group con check.
You should.
All right.
Because you're all pretending to be really bad people and at the same time not being really bad people. So why don't we do that?
I'm kind of bad. I don't know what you're
I
talking
mean, I killed somebody not too
It's
long
true.
ago.
That has nothing to do with,
I will
with
totally kill
acting.
somebody if, it makes you, if it'll sell it.
I mean, hopefully other people can carry this group con check.
Who was making the video?
I think it was just a collective of all of our.
Oh, so you're just taking the inputs from your
Right.
various devices? Okay.
Yeah, sending it.
I was just curious if anybody would be excluded from it. I was hoping Jack would say, "Yeah, I was taking the video." Then that would really screw you guys.
I mean, if whoever's taking the video is excluded from the con check,
Oh, too
I
late
was
now.
definitely taking the video with their cyber eyes that they
nope.
can record with. Yeah.
So I need a skilled or unskilled con check. Acting, if you have it, I will allow that to be applied from each of the 5 of you.
Oh, no.
That's just charisma then, I guess.
Charisma -1.
Oh, so 1.
Can
I
I,
have
can I
a
help?
1 then.
Can I assist team members?
No, you are rolling yourself. Your
I
big
got a
roll.
1.
Your big roll, which I'm sure you're going to pre-edge, is probably going to be the carrier. Uh-oh.
No, I'm not pre-edging that.
At least I didn't.
Oh, maybe I have
critical
to.
glitch. Let's see. Wait, 1 second.
You know, I'm not gonna pre-edge. Heck with that. I'm just rolling
No,
con.
I got a 4, so I'm gonna totally pay 2 karma to make that a 5.
You mean to edge? Okay.
I will
Yeah, that's
spend
it. Yeah.
4 karma to reroll all my failures.
So right now we've got 3, 6, and who hasn't rolled?
And Jack got 7.
So 10, Andrigger. Andrigger, I need a con test from you. Acting if you have it. And if you don't happen to have con, guess what? It's unskilled charisma. Excellent!
Yes, there we are.
There it is.
I'm spending edge on that.
You can't undo the effect of a critical glitch or a glitch. Actually, you can get more hits though, because what I'm going to do
you
is
get a hit.
that critical glitch is going to take some hits off. I'm making this shit up. Does anybody else want to use any edge on their rolls?
I
They
got
can't.
the best I physically can by getting 1 hit on 1 die.
So at one point during the video, Andrigger accidentally winks when she says, "We've gone and killed him." You probably didn't even realize you did it, but you're just not used to lying on film.
Well,
Unfortunately,
Wink could be like he's just like very sadistic, and we're like, yes, we killed him. Wink, wink.
maybe. You did have, what was it, 3, 6, 10. You had 10 hits total between the 5 of you. That's an average of 2. That's pretty decent. I'm going to say that there's some consternation there. He's not sure he believes you. But you, that was Mollis saying, or not Mollis, Clutch, says, oh, he winked when he points at the wing. He said, what's that all about? He goes, oh, she's just a weirdo and enjoys this kind of stuff. And somehow you convince this guy that that's true. But you might want to get some acting lessons there, Andrigger.
To be fair, Andrigger is a weirdo, so.
Andrigger, you have a face for radio. So now we get to the hacking stuff. You're in a comm call, so Kenny, you could actually be trying to take over his device, or at least get into his device now, if you would like to.
How are we like broadcasting the video?
You were showing the video, so I'm feeling like you have about 10 minutes to do your thing.
Actually, I have to probe anyway to backdoor entry. Okay, so we'll do a probe first.
And Andrigger, you were busy trying to explain yourself, so you're not going to be able to help with this one. But the sprites count.
Fair enough.
All right.
If not for the critical glitch, you probably would have been able to slide that in.
Come on, buddy, help me out here.
I love asking for rolls that you
Holy
guys
cow.
are bound to do bad at. Wow, 5 hits on 8. That sprite's the hero.
This sprite is carrying me right here. All right.
It must be a Decker.
It's a crack sprite. I mean, that's its job.
Maybe I should have turned the wild dice off, but it didn't matter.
Yeah, 2 doesn't do anything for you, just doesn't hurt you. It would have hurt you if it was 1. So that was with the 5. You got 4 hits, and I need to figure out. So yeah, you have net 2.
All right, that's probably good enough. And this is just getting into the pan, isn't it?
He's not behind a pan right now for whatever reason.
Oh, okay. Cool. I'm
Mostly because technomancers suck at hacking. Oh, he's suddenly behind a pan.
I only rolled 17 dice for my backdoor entry.
Actually, fun fact, I forgot about that.
Question about technomancers: since they can hack any device they can see, if they can see a device that's in your pan, can they bypass your pan?
I've wondered that myself. I'm pretty sure Banshee's guide covers it, but I haven't memorized that guide. Hell, I can't even memorize the
With
actual book.
Resonance wires and jack jockey.
Oh, well, now we know what Kenny needs.
I've definitely been looking at resonance wires.
I have definitely only read about the first 100 pages, or no, about 50 pages of Hack and Slash, so I have to trust you guys.
A jack jockey is broken. It basically, if you have physical access to a device, you get full access to the pan.
Well, that's if you
so
can.
rating 12
Physical
phones.
access means if you can touch it, right?
Yes, and then resonance wires gives you direct access to devices.
Okay.
That's-
The problem is like hosts are often matrix only. There is no physical presence.
But if there's a device that is on the host or on the host's pan, you get access to it with jack jockey
The pan,
Oh.
not the host.
and the host. Yeah.
Wait, how's that work?
I guess you
We'll
get
just
to,
have to
you
read
can go
through it.
through the back
Yeah.
door or something.
It sounds like there may be some
It's-
misunderstanding the wording
it's-
because
Banned in SRM.
well, because it's probably sounds broken, but whatever. We don't have to deal with it yet.
So resonance wires, if you meet the threshold, you establish a remote direct connection to the device.
So
But I
you,
mean-
Kenny, you had greater than 0 hits, so you are in the device. What would you like to do?
I think the first thing I would like to do, because we're trying to use this guy to track down the
His guy.
yeah, his guys. So the first thing I want to do is have my courier sprite leave a cookie in here.
So he will pay you. So that's good.
We like money.
I didn't get to use the fun toy that I set up because you guys went a different route. I do want to show you the fun image that I found for roller bombs. Do you see it?
That's funny. Just gotta make a.
Oh, I hated those things.
It's Bob-omb! As soon as I thought I'm going to use roller bombs, I was like, I have to find that image.
I made a pretty good image of roller bombs.
Yeah, that's what hurts my brain, Teslin, is the Matrix stuff is
I
just
like that image, Jack.
is just different enough from actual. Yeah, that is a good image for those. Is just different enough from actual networking stuff that it warps my brain because I'm not a networking guy, but I have a basic understanding of it. And like to me, it's like hosts are like servers, but they're not, and it hurts my brain. So in these games, I make up a lot of Matrix stuff because I haven't wrapped my head around it yet, and unfortunately, I haven't read a whole lot of the lore, the books, the novels, which, from what I understand, helps you understand the stuff a little bit better.
I just view it as, or I try and just view the Matrix stuff as more magic than like networking stuff because
Yeah.
it's off of Technomancer brains and not off of servers.
I think they recently changed that whole concept too.
Oh, really?
You got that art from Midjourney?
Yeah.
It beats the NPCs I make that have like spaghetti hands because Midjourney does not like fingers.
I don't think. I think most AI art bots really don't like hands.
Yeah, I haven't seen any good stuff from an AI that where the hands were actually anywhere near good.
I actually played the isometric games on Steam, the Shadowrun games, but it's been so long I forgot. I used to play a lot of games, so that didn't stick with me for very long. Anyway, Kenny, you are in the thing. What were you trying to do? You're going to leave a cookie from your sprite.
Yeah, so it's gonna do cracking plus resonance versus intuition plus firewall.
I have no idea. He doesn't have stats, so I'm just making stuff up here.
Hey,
Wow, that was a really good roll.
wow.
Does anything happen if they prevent it, or it just doesn't happen?
If the sprite succeeds, the persona starts carrying the cookie file, none the wiser.
That Whispering Death looks very close to what's in the book, though.
Not the actual.
It needs more blades.
I think you're okay. I don't think it knows that you did anything. It just fails.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem that.
I mean, it's not like it's a host with an IC patrol ice looking for you. So what would you like to do? He's done with the call. Thank you very much. I'll call in the future, and don't call me. I'll call you.
Really quick, can I like scrape as much data from his call history as possible?
Sure. You can have. Is that hash check? Yeah. I'll give you 2 hash checks because that's 1 round for you, right?
Yes.
And we'll see what you get.
All right. Which is Tronics plus logic? Okay. So that's like computers or something, which I don't have.
What? I do not have that.
Jesus Christ, 8 hits.
On 14 dice.
That's really good. I mean, you only need like, I think, let's see, it's 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, 1 is 6 hits is get you what you want usually. Unless it's a whole lot of data. And I don't think a comlink's got a whole lot of data. Okay, so you grabbed some stuff as the call was disconnecting. I mean, technically you're still in the comlink, but he's not concentrating on a call. He may notice.
Right. I feel like if the I don't know, I don't really understand it either, but without an active call, there's not exactly like an active connection. I feel like noise would start to play a part pretty quickly.
No worries. I upload all the videos to YouTube. It's linked on the Twitch. If you want to get caught up, a lot of it's just silliness, but we're playing through the entire thing. At least that's the intent, unless all of us get bored. This is actually third parallel, the adventure book. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for the follow. I swear every time I see that emoji, it looks like the guy's flipping me off, which makes me laugh. So you're, I'm sorry, I got distracted, Kenny.
I rolled a lot of dice. And I was saying that I feel like once the call ended, noise might play a part in it, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, distance, but see, you're already in, so I feel like it's a little hand wavium. He could be, a block away, or he could be on the other side of the planet for all you know. But at this point, I feel like there would be activity on the device, and it's not in use. That might be something that draws attention.
Yeah, so I mean, basically my time here is done, and I need to get out.
If you don't want to push your luck, yes. But you did grab some files, and we'll see what comes of those.
Yeah.
No, were you going? You did not get the cookies, so you're not able to like trace it because you didn't do well. You could trace icon if you want to take a chance, but I'm going to say if you don't succeed, then he knows that somebody's hacking him.
But I mean, trace icon would only get me to.
It would let you know where the physical location of the device is.
And we've only ever talked to this guy on the Matrix.
Yes.
it might be worth it. Yeah, I think being able to at least know if he's, somewhere in one of these neighborhoods in Denver or not, maybe could be useful.
And I just realized, Clutch, you haven't had any vehicle on vehicle fun. You want to like attack the you want to attack the flying Maglev?
No, I'm good.
You're good? You sure? I mean, I'll give you your spotlight time if you really want it.
No.
If we find out where this guy is, me and Clutch could go follow him.
It's true.
So
Put some eyes on him.
yeah, that's. Well, I was hoping to get a physical location here. I think I have one more
Seattle.
task
He's in
left on my
Seattle,
crack sprite. Would I be able to get help from the sprite on that?
Sure.
We could probably break into his apartment and grab his device, and you could we could bring it back, and you can get a history on it or something.
Can I help our Technomancer, or I mean?
This is all happening while you were otherwise occupied because it's only been like, what is it, 3 seconds per round? It's only been like 6 seconds. It takes a lot longer, but it's only 6 seconds in actual time. Welcome to the Matrix. Could be worse. You could be ordering pizza.
So 5 hits for the trace icon.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even notice it. I need to find a way to make it obvious when a new roll comes in, because sometimes when there's a bunch on the screen, I just blink and I miss it.
Yeah.
So trace icon, and I just had a neat idea for roll indicator. Anyway, trace icon, 5 hits. I don't think you'll be able to avoid it, but that's willpower and sleaze. Woo! Yep. Okay, you got a trace icon. It is in a you don't even have to do a matrix search or anything, but you quickly look on a map and it appears to be at the location of a dive bar on the other side of town.
All right. I'll immediately get that to Clutch and the rest of the group. Mainly Clutch, seeing if we can get eyes over there ASAP.
I'm on my way.
I'm not sure how long trace icon lasts. I assume until the device is rebooted or you let it go, right?
That's a good question.
And you're a technomancer, so you letting it go would probably involve sleep also.
Most likely. I can't imagine it.
Though, you could probably, I again don't know if this is in the rules, you could probably ask a sprite to maintain it. Because I know they can sustain complex forms for you.
Yeah, you can probably send a sprite to the location too.
Like your little data sprite or whatever. But yeah. Well, there's the sprite remote task for sprite, it would be like the last thing it did for him.
That's true.
Just like remote task for spirits, I believe. So yeah, so you've got some files to mess with. Mollis and Clutch, and who were going to the location? Kai.
Kai, yeah.
Oh, Jack will definitely go.
Okay.
Oh,
There you go.
As will Andrew.
So you guys are just going to leave Kenny all by himself here? I would have assumed Andriger would help dissect these files.
Hell, we'll just throw Kenny in the van. It'll be fine.
I mean, Kenny can do his work from anywhere.
Yeah, at least he's not astrally walking and you're moving his body.
That's right. So yeah, we'll all drive there. See if we get eyes on him.
Yeah, as long as you can detect the target is what the book says. So I would feel like a reboot, you would stop being able to detect it. Yeah. And I kind of, because you're a technomancer, I feel like if you went to sleep, you would probably stop thinking about that and probably lose it. Just for balance sake. You guys are good about not abusing things, usually. At least not more than once.
I feel like Kai could just sling Kenny over his shoulder and carry him down to the van.
Oh yeah, you guys can carry Kenny if you want. Though normally you would ask Kenny if that was okay. Kenny, do they have consent?
Yeah.
Have you met Kai?
That's true. The rainbow-winged, mood-changing hair psychopath.
My wings are the same color as my skin.
Oh, I
It's
thought
the
they were
hair.
iridescent. I'm sorry.
No. It's just my hair that changes colors.
Oh, iridescent's much cooler.
It is, but I already had the maximum number of.
Oh, that's a thing.
Yeah, I already had the maximum number of
Qualities.
qualities.
Okay, so you guys are headed to a location. Kenny, you and Andriger have files if you want to look at them. I mean, if you want to like bring Kai into that because he's great with Matrix stuff.
Yeah.
So you got a couple files. Are you going to dissect those?
As long as I have time for the trip over, yeah, I'm gonna start poking through.
Sure. What are you guys looking for?
Previous communications.
And anything that looks clienty.
I'm trying to help you, trying to get you to define what you're looking for more specifically, so I can deny it.
All right.
So basically, looking through text message, emails, yada yada yada, looking for anything that might mention the Denver Nexus. In general, trying to see any information that might be saved on clients. Although I feel like a good Johnson would not be that messy, but you never know.
Yeah,
If you
this
make the call, you might be able to listen in on it.
this device seems
Voicemails.
nothing like that. It doesn't seem like it's been used for a whole lot. You see a couple of numbers regularly. Most of them are like fast food takeout, stuff like that. Just enough activity to make it look like a legitimate device. Look like being the operative word.
It's actually a technomancer.
No, this may be a burner.
Yeah. Well,
But
Johnson would be that careful.
What would you use to detect if data is legitimate or not? What knowledges do you have, Kenny? And what matrix-based knowledges do you and Andriger have?
Let's see.
Well, I got criminal underworld knowledge.
No, I won't apply.
Matrix host design.
Nah, that's a little too out there.
Yeah.
My criminal knowledge is about the only applicable one, and it's
Hacker groups, but that's more on like tracking down stuff like the Nexus.
Yeah, no, this would have been like data analysis or something like that. Was what I was looking for. Just give me a. Say again.
That's just I have science, but that's like generic science. So
Yeah, I don't think that would be specific enough. Go ahead and just give me a memory test. Jeez, I wish you would stop rolling so good. Go back to the critical glitches; they're more fun.
Good lord.
Jesus H.
How do you have 18 dice on that?
It's called having exceptional logic and a +3 logic boosting cerebral booster thing.
Yeah, it's good times.
That's nuts.
Kenny needs to get chipped.
Except it messes with your resonance. Remember.
I know.
So you guys, you find data that implies that he's been communicating with somebody from As Technology. However, your knowledge test, which is what those memory were, you notice some things about it that make it look like this is not legitimate. Like it's specifically intended to be found.
Like it's deliberately trying to throw us off the tail.
You might even call it a honeypot.
Maybe even a red herring.
Ooh, a red herring. I think we should go check out As Technology. This actually isn't the first time that somebody's thrown us a As Technology looking red herring, isn't it?
Actually, no, the first, well, yes, it is. You're right. Yeah, the first mission, you guys were convinced that the operators of that site were As Technology. And you never confirmed nor denied it, so. There was definitely what you thought was evidence of that. So a few minutes down the road, you get to the dive bar. So what are you going to do?
We're going to survey.
And I'm pretty sure the device is still in the dive bar.
Yeah, the device is still there. Doesn't appear to have moved.
All right. We need to either get a person or a drone. I mean, if they don't even know
Check.
what we look like. Somebody should go in and get
Well, they don't know what
eyes.
you look like. I'm pretty sure they've. Oh no, actually, we've only met them in the Matrix, right? So
Yeah.
they've never
Yeah.
met us in person.
Yeah, Jack should go in and some people's. I'll stay in the van just in case he comes out and gets in a vehicle, so I can follow him.
I think I'm gonna try and find a nearby rooftop that I can listen in with a laser microphone.
Excellent.
Yeah. Jack
Huh.
will.
Change his face and go and
Okay. Kai, I would like you to roll your edge attribute. Not your current count, but the actual attribute.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not related to this. Something else.
So how precise of a location can I get with trace icon? Basically, I want to make sure that I can know that it's on a person and not in a dumpster.
Yeah. If you're in the room with it, you would see where it is in the room. Like in my brain, you would kind of, in some of the first person games, you see like the room and you see the little triangle icon, like a little arrow pointing to the thing, the quest giver or whatever. You see something like that.
Or like
Yeah,
the
he would-
item glows.
Yeah, exactly. It's something like that. It's whatever your overlay of the matrix makes it look like, but it's obvious.
you would
Alright.
see it on the Matrix, you would perceive it, and you could target it so that it would show up on AR for the rest of us.
Yeah, exactly. But you would have to be in the room with it to know that it's on a person rather than sitting on a table or in the trash or whatever.
You don't. I mean, physical things don't. Physical constructs don't block Matrix sight.
Right, but he wouldn't know what's in that room, is what I'm saying. You
Well,
can't.
he would
Get it from me if I was in the room.
Oh yeah. If you're in the room, but I didn't know you had gone in yet.
Yeah, no. Jack's going in.
Kenny doesn't
Okay,
have
it's
to go in.
not in the main seating area. It seems to be in the bathrooms.
Men's or women's?
Men's.
Okay, so Jack will go into the men's room.
No, I'm
Not
not going to make
change
Jack
that
change to a
costume.
woman again.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's sitting on the counter by the sinks.
And the guy has walked away, obviously.
You don't see him.
Time to watch, I guess. See who picks it up.
Nah, the cleaning crew.
Yeah, we're done. Let's go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's burned.
He dumped it.
The only thing we could do is try and get. Do I detect a host on this place?
Yeah, typical, small business host.
I'll ask Jack to look around and see if there's any cameras that might have picked up who went in and out of the bathroom recently.
This place is
Yeah,
pretty low tech. The only tech in here, other than the host for the point of sale system, is the same host is connected to like a trivia, the bar trivia system.
Is there anybody else in here that has like maybe cameras and stuff? You can see if they were taking selfies or shooting videos while they're in the bar.
In the bathroom.
Roll.
No, just in the bar. You might be able to see someone going in the bathroom.
Roll your edge. We'll see if you're lucky enough that was the case.
Because
The threshold's going to be 2.
Jack's gonna start wandering amongst the serving crowd and asked if they saw anyone go into the restrooms recently.
Who's supposed to roll edge?
That was Kai. Was that Kai or Clutch?
That was clutch.
Clutch. God, I'm terrible with the voices tonight. Why your voices don't sound the same?
And I'll go in and I'll pick up the device and be like, "Hey, somebody left this. Anybody see whose this was?"
Oh my god. Clutch, roll your edge first of all.
Sure.
I had already said, I don't know if you heard, the threshold was, that.
All right.
I hate your guys' rolls tonight. Now I gotta come up with something. You see in the corner a couple of
Japanese tourists.
young orcs with some Trog Rock band T-shirts on that they're mugging for their camera, like exactly like you said, doing the selfie, taking pictures of each other, making signs. Like
I mean,
like millennials do. I don't understand these things because I'm very old.
Yeah, I mean, like, Kenny, can you hack into their phone and see if you can get those pictures and see if one of them's a guy holding this thing?
I can do one better, and Jack will. What band shirt did they have on?
I don't have a band name. Make up your favorite trog rock band.
Well, we'll just do Fragging Unicorns.
Yeah, that's a good one. Wait, that's a game company in real life. I like it. Yes.
Yeah, Opties. Yeah, but anyways, so Jack will change his appearance to match one of the, let's say one of the guitar players. And I'll
Okay.
walk up to their table and I'll say, "Hey, do you mind if I take pictures of y'all? It looks like you guys are having some fun."
Oh, they are just gonna moon all over you.
So
No, you
getting
got to
their-
be in the picture. Maybe we could get that other guy to take a picture, and they point over. Who else was in here? Was Clutch in here?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Who was holding
I mean, Clutch over.
that guy with the phone? Maybe he can do it.
yeah. So
Yeah, sure.
so we'll get their phone and physical access to it. So while you're taking pictures, you can when Kenny connects and it says, "Do you want to authorize this device for admin access?" You just click yes.
Do you want to allow this
Okay.
Bluetooth transfer? Sure.
Yes. Transfer all of it onto our my comlink or whatever.
I really wish that Clutch had gremlins or something like that. This would be so much more fun with that. Well, gremlins and a rigger probably wouldn't mix too well.
That would not mix.
Actually, they would mix fantastically. I think you just attracted a gremlin.
It's in the rigger book.
Yeah.
I feel like gremlins would be better for a shaman.
No, that's only if you feed them after midnight and get them wet. Okay, so yeah, you're able to get the picture off. You don't find anything useful. You do see Mr. Johnson go in and come back out. He looks pretty close to what he did in the Matrix meeting.
Oh, okay. Good stuff. All
But
right.
we have a picture of him that we can give to other fixers, right?
Yeah, if that's really what he looks like. I mean,
Yeah,
we've already
give it
established
culture.
that it's really easy to change what you look like, right, Jack?
That's fair.
Yep.
It's true. It's true.
Wait, but we have a picture of what he looked like when he came in and left this building. So what we need to do is look for a nearby building that has cameras and see
Facial wreck.
what car or vehicle he got into when he left, and then we can track that vehicle down.
Sounds like a plan.
It's
Facial
definitely a lot
recognition software.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot easier to change a vehicle's appearance than it is your own. So
Well, yeah, but he'll at the very least be in a car or in that car for a little while.
I'm not sure what you're wanting to achieve. Help me out here.
just
Trying to get like a
hand him over.
trying to see if he got in a vehicle, if it has a license plate, if we can track the license plate, kind of thing like that. I think is what we're.
Okay, so you can probably follow him a ways, but he's not trying to not be followed. He doesn't seem to care about that. And eventually you lose track of him just because crowds and such. And you can only backtrack so far, right?
Yeah, but if we can get close enough for Kenny to hack another one of his comlinks.
Oh no, you're not going to be able to. You're a little too far behind for that. He's several minutes at least ahead of you. Because he was on the. I said he was on the other side of town. So by the time you got there, he was 10, 15 minutes gone.
I was
So,
just trying to figure out where like he
Being
lives.
the professionals you are, you realize that was a burner comlink, and this job was probably important, so he was willing to ditch that comlink, even though it was a rating 6 comlink.
Well, hell, I'm keeping it then. I'm gonna.
That may not be wise either.
I know what you're talking about. I'm gonna go sell it to someone right now.
That you can do. Whatever the cost of a rating 6 comlink, you get 10% of that.
All right.
Maybe you could sell it to your one of your friends on Paradise Lane. Oh, by the way, you did get a call that your head jammer was ready.
Well, I'm picking that up because I paid for it.
Yes, you did. In more ways than one.
Paid for
And
it
now
in
I
blood.
got a head jammer.
So I'm going to do the heat roll because we're getting close to the end here. There was a fatality.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We weren't involved in that. That's individual reputation.
Doesn't matter. Actually, this is overall. Any fatalities have a potential effect. You got lucky. 5 + 2 + 1 is not 9. So that's good for you. Are you going to hang out at this bar and schmooze with these poor young orcs? Make their night. Give them a story to tell their kids.
Of course I am.
Of course you are. And what's everybody else doing? You gonna, after you finally run that lead into the ground, you're gonna head back to the apartment?
I'm obviously hawking a rating 6 coupling.
I'm
Okay.
hoping one of these schmoes is like a well-connected Denver inhabitant, because we could really use one of those.
What, the two Trog kids? No. I'll tell you what, though, I am going to give you guys a contact with them. They'll be like, what's the kid, the corporate kid in SRM?
Renraku Corp Kid.
Yeah, except it'll...
Julian Montefiore.
Yeah, Montefiore. I hate that kid. I play him and I hate him.
You are him and you hate him.
Well, it's just the self-loathing. It's the self-loathing seeping in.
I need to find a contact that's a black market dealer so I can sell
He's
him
like a
my comic.
16-year-old curmudgeon.
Sorry, I was typing, coming up with a thing. You guys can feel free to fill the empty air. All right. So I guess I need to give any new contact a connection, huh?
Connection 1 or 2.
I mean, it's a street kid. He's not going to have a whole lot of connection.
Except for
Technically,
getting
there are 2 of them.
Oh no!
Except for maybe getting us
just the one.
backstage passes and some concert.
Except they want the backstage passes. They aren't the band.
Oh,
They're
well,
big
they-
fans of the band.
That's true.
Friedrich.
Yeah.
Of
Oh, you're watching the stream?
course I am.
It's Fried Wreck. Friedrich.
Weiss?
I intentionally spelled it badly.
Come on.
Let's not be culturally
Insulting.
Huh?
He said fried rice.
Oh, fried rice.
And I was being sarcastic because we're quite often culturally insensitive.
Not we, you. I am sensitive to everybody's needs.
I'm sensitive to everybody's needs too. They're welcome to make fun of me
And I do.
quite often.
I'm making sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, is there evidence left behind? Sure. Let's add +2 heat modifier. Yay, you got heat. No. Yeah, you failed that. You failed that. Blah, blah, blah. What?
But
We
we
failed
passed a whole bunch
everything?
of stuff you didn't want us to pass.
Well, that you didn't do the mission, so that's obviously a fail.
We did do the mission.
No, you definitely
We
didn't.
got
Yes.
paid.
As far
That's right.
as, far as they
We
know.
got paid 30,000 each.
No, you did not. I just was looking at that.
I was like, all right, this is way more than I thought it was.
All right, so I guess I don't have to show to players because the players are already cheating and looking at the stream.
I'm not.
You told us to log into the stream. What do you want from us?
Well, that's
every
'cause
night he's
I
like,
need-
make sure you log into the
I
stream.
need
We
the
numbers.
We need the numbers. We don't need you cheating.
I don't
We,
Look at
we
it.
don't know what to do when
Yeah.
people actually watch the stream live.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to interact with the people chatting in the room if I'm not watching the stream?
Actually, in theory, you can shut down the video. Go
Oh
ahead.
yeah.
Lay low here soon. I've just hit 5 heat.
Uh-oh. Well, there's downtime things you can do.
Yeah, I'm only at 3 heat because we got a -1 from the last mission. You were here for the last mission, weren't you, Docs?
No, I don't think I was.
So I was just being kind of cheeky with the individual favor. You may notice you got +1 favor point with Rattler and -1 favor point with Rattler.
I take
+2 and -1. That's a
+1 that game.
Exactly.
Plus
Well,
game.
so here's the reasoning. The +2 is because you impressed him and you did him a really big favor, like a huge favor. The -1 is because you scared the hell out of him with the execution of it. He's like, I don't know about this guy, but yeah, you got +1 favor point with Rattler.
Hey,
impressed.
look,
Hey, he asked him to disappear. Man will disappear. I don't see what the problem is here.
I don't see the problem either. If he wanted it done a specific way, he should have been more specific.
I was so this is post mortem. The deed is done, but I was thinking. So here's what happens after the fact. Rumors go through the shadows that somebody hit the Nexus, and Captain Kludge was hospitalized briefly with a scare, but he ended up being fine. By the way, you don't have that neighbor anymore. Apparently, they moved out in the middle of the night. The Nexus was able to recover because they are prepared for attacks like this, and that's all you know about the attack. And like I said, Captain Kludge moved. The Nexus wasn't actually in the apartment. Obviously, it's a matrix construct, not a physical construct. And you would have gotten heat because the shadows talk. People have an idea of who was involved, but there was a counter intel effort that every time somebody started looking like they were going to start pointing fingers at you guys, believable data showed up that made it obvious that it couldn't have been you guys. So your best guess is Captain Kludge is trying to help keep you guys from catching heat for what you theoretically did.
What's his connection rating?
Kludge? I don't have one. He has plot armor.
Gotcha.
So it's a 9 then, right?
It's whatever I want it to be at the time.
I mean, it would be at least 6.
I feel like it would be like probably 5 or 6. Yeah. Is there even a chart anywhere that explains the levels of those? There is. I'm pretty sure there is.
There is, yeah. 12 is like ruler of the world type situation.
I'm pretty sure that's in the wildlife chapter of the core rulebook, which I have not quite finished processing. I've read it, but when I say processing, I'm talking about something else.
So it's actually 6,000 union each, right? Because there's 5 of us.
Are there 5 of you? 1, 2, 3. Yes, there are 5 of you. So 6,000 each.
Cool.
And we split the karma also, right? So 1 each.
1,000 karma each. Excellent.
No, I didn't make that mistake this time. Okay, so as far as the stream goes, thank you for watching. We actually had live viewers that interacted with us. We love that. We're just not used to it. And we will see everybody hopefully next week. We took 2 weeks off because holidays and stuff, but we should be back on the weekly schedule, and we will see everybody next time. Goodbye. And I'm supposed to do the Shadowrun stream over, and then once it shows up, then say stop streaming. Bye.
I can